Bam! Chat, I'm not gonna lie, I was super efficient. Got the message out. What up? By the message, I meant Discord message. Sorry. English is hard. Talking is hard. How we doing, chat? How's everybody's weekend going, bro? Guys, my fucking posture feels terrible today. Chat, if my posture looks ass, I need y'all to correct me, okay? Maya better watch out. You might stumble across an M-BEM in the wild. What are you talking about? Is Maya in New York or something? What do you mean? I feel like M-BEM doesn't go outside. You know what I'm saying? M-BEM has to be a hermit, bro. You know? Sorry, guys. Just gotta talk shit to M-BEM whenever I get the chance. Let me just say hi to people. Who's in here, bro? Who's in here? Oh my God, so many people in here. Madam Slayer, thank you for being the first chatter on the YouTube. Bouncy Ball, thank you for being the first chatter on the Twitch. Just Peachy Pie, what up? Alex, what up? Arlo Smarlo, what up? Momo's Bread, good to have you. Shayla, good to have you. Gizmo Gremlin, hello. Shast Fu, welcome. Raya, bro, I'm busy, bro. Raya, you always busy, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, go hang out with your hoes, bro. Raya got a whole ass roster. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. In case any of her hoes are listening, I'm just playing. Larry, what up? M, what up? Anti, what up? Malk, what up? Jalen, what up? James, what up? Freya, welcome to the stream. Savannah, what up? Ms, hello. Canteen, hello. Maya, hello. Currently in New York City, have fun. Dragon, what up? Hello, mommy's little meatball. I'm not even wearing the shirt, bro. Look, I just got this, bro. I found this at a thrift store. Shout out my Coyotes, RIP. Also, chat, RIP to Oliver Tree. That was so fucking random today. I didn't listen to a lot of his music, but like, I knew who the dude was. And low-key, I fucked with his podcasts where he talked about the record label industry, because I think more people should talk about that shit and like promoting music. Crazy shit, bro. Squiggly Owl, what up? Sunshine, what up? Wolf Chris, what up? Yeah. How do you even fucking say that? Keating, what up? Sassa, what up? Neon Colors, what up? Resilient Sage, always good to see you. Someone's name is a slur and she helped plan her mother's demise. You right. Gian Gray, what up? Destiny Kitten, what up? Death Pants, what up? Sea Dragons, Maiden, good to see ya. Humble Punky, what up? Alicia, what up? Sneeby, what up? Tori, what up? The Baz Guy, welcome to the stream. Kitten and Posey, what up? Shyla, good to see ya. Always good to see an OG in here. Clara, what up? Jaguar Lady, what up? Chicken Sandwich, I'm a hermit. Damn, you and M-BEM together, bro. Hope you're doing well, Chicken Sandwich. Chicken Sandwich, I saw that you gifted 10 subs to, not Raya, what the fuck? To Kai on her stream. Or you're like the top gifter on her stream. And I was like, that's my boy. Appreciate you being generous to my friends. Disorderly Art, welcome. Shiny Mew Girl, what up? Jojo B, what up? The Almighty Daddy, welcome. Poop Sock Flavor Jewel Pod, what up? Going live during the Golden Knights versus Hurricanes. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, I forgot that's happening tonight. Guys, I'm not tapped in like that. What's the score? Golden Knights Hurricanes score. 1-0 Hurricanes. Uh-oh. Knights got to fucking lock in, bro. They're about to get fucking knocked out. They're about to lose the Stanley Cup. I honestly just don't care anymore, bro. I wish I could cheer for the Knights, but I just can't bring myself to do it, man. Mango, what up? Lee, what up? Jester, what up? Catboy Bands, welcome to the stream. Chocolate Body, what up? Steph, welcome. Joe, baby, welcome. Dark Duck, good to see ya. Fuck. Lost my spot. There it is. Kid Waffle, welcome. Lime Juicing, welcome. Flute Girl, what up? Lovachino, what up? Sody, what up? Kitten Mittens, what up? And Amy, oh my God, bro, look at that. We fucking caught up. W Baz, what did Baz do? Baz guy with a little 5 gifted, goddamn. And resubscribing with Prime. Guys, if you guys got a gifted sub from Baz, make sure to say thank you, all right, chat? Good manners and good manners only here. Who got it, actually? I'm going to call y'all out. I'm going to call y'all out. Bruh, with like 8 H's. Call me Oops. Valania, Miranda, and Fro. Y'all better be saying your thank yous, all right, chat? Anti-Ableist, thank you for resubscribing with Prime. Guys, make sure to check out for your Prime subs. All right, if you have an Amazon Prime account, it means you have the Amazon Prime sub ability. If you don't use it, Daddy Bezos just gets a profit, the extra profit. Pocket the extra profit. Speaking is hard. Arlo, thank you for a 45 stream streak. Shadow with a 70 stream streak. Shawarma chicken sandwich, thank you for the 250 biddies. Thank you, thank you. Sweet, we're caught up. We're caught up. Chat, we doing good today? We doing good? Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to do a very long yap today. So ask your questions right now. We're gonna get started in 5 minutes. I have like a funny, not funny. I have a little thing. I have a thing that I've been cooking up that I want to yap about real quick. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna read some Reddit, and that's it. Probably gonna be like a 2-hour stream today. Did you get a haircut? Yes, like on Friday. So I think on Friday's stream I had the haircut already. So what I'm saying is, you don't come to my streams, you're a fake fan. No, I'm just playing. Yo, Chad, now that I've obtained an apartment with a balcony, difficult feat in New York, my new hurdle is my lease ends 6:30 and the new one starts 7/1. What the fuck do I do with my stuff? I don't know, bro. Eat it? I mean, it's probably not very doable in New York. My initial thought is rent a U-Haul, keep it in the U-Haul for a couple of days, but then you're going to have to find a safe place to store your U-Haul. And also, this is fucking New York City, so like, that might not even be a thing. Yeah, good luck, bro. What up, Cinnamon Sushi? I'm surprised they didn't let you, like, start the lease a little bit early. So rude. Hey, Kata, a late thank you is better than no thank you. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Live video, welcome. Haircut looking fresh and Sarby slaying it. I don't know, guys. I think my hair is a little too long. Like the back, bro. The back looks fucking crazy. Like if I pop this shit up real quick, this shit is long, bro. Look how fucking poofy it is. Like your boy's got that anime hair right now, bro. Which I don't hate that. I just think it's. Why was I so overexposed there? I just like it gets super puffy and long, and I think like sometimes it's like too much. You know? There's a tenant in the apartment until the end of June. Live with them. Duh. Come on. Had a competition during your last stream, so I made my partner watch you for a bit. What kind of competition we talking about, bro? It's a nice mullet, thank you. It's funny because it is a mullet, but like I don't look at like it's not like bro, like it's not like have you like the thing about mullets now is it's so like I think the traditional mullet is kind of greasy and gross. But now like the cool mullet is like kind of this like short ass like half ass mullet. Like your boy's fucking mullet is like Goku hair. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to think I put my own little spin on it, all right? Don't throw me in the same... Like, I remember there was... When I was in Minnesota, the gal who cut my hair, she used to be like, I love cutting your hair because you're fully committed to having, like, a mullet. Not like these guys that have, like, a little extra hair in the back so they can say they have a mullet, but it's like they do, but it's, like, not really. You know what I'm saying? So don't loop me in with those guys. Hey, what up? You're just a lost boy. What up, Cottonmouth Queen? It's giving a wolf cut. Honestly, bro, I fuck with a wolf cut so heavily. Ask the landlord if he can move stuff in early. Well, it sounds like somebody is living there, so. Oopsies. Also, that's crazy. You're telling me that person moves out on the 31st and then you move in the next day? Are they not going to do any like cleaning or checking on the apartment? Sounds like a landlord special right there. What up, Nay? Wait, chicken sandwich. I didn't know you had dual citizenship. Sick invite. Wait, there's no 31st in June? Oh. Is there really? June only has 30 days? Guys, how am I supposed to know? I'm a fucking dumbass YouTuber. Next question. That's even worse, by the way. That's even worse. This person's gonna move out and then immediately you move in the next day. They're not even gonna check that shit. That's crazy to me, bro. That's crazy. That's wild shit, chat. What up, Little's Angel? What up, Zevran? I like this song, too. Thank you for the 40 stream streak, Zevran. "30 days, half September, April, June, and November." Bro, bold. I would never remember that. Hey, what up, Nine-Tail Phoenix? Chat, I'm just reading that everybody needs to get mullets, all right? I need a chat full of mullet havers. What are we even doing, bro? Rock the mullet. What up, Spooky Miss Luna? What up, Cotton Girl? 99 stream streak, goddamn. That was for you, chat. It's also Tuesday to Wednesday, and I've already missed so much work going to 1 million apartment showings. I mean, that must be a normal, right, MBM? I feel like in New York, you can't own a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you own your own place in New York, you're just gonna have, like... Wait, MBM, why did you even move? Like, out of curiosity, why did you move in the first place? Like, I feel like if I were, especially, like, when I was in Minnesota... I was so, like, it's so easy to move in Minnesota. It's, like, really not that hard. And I stayed in the same spot for 3 years, excuse me. Because I was like, I don't want to go through the hassle of, like, moving my shit. You know? And I didn't accumulate anything that I wanted to keep. Now that I'm here in Vegas, I'm collecting stuff like my bed I want to keep, my couch I want to keep. I thought I wanted to keep this desk, but low-key, I kind of want to get rid of it. Like, I think the corner desk was such a bad move. I thought it would be sick, and then I was fucking wrong. It's just kind of, like, bulky and big, and I could probably, like, do with just a regular big desk. It's kind of dumb on my part. But, like, I feel like in New York, like, you kind of have to, like, hunker down in one spot and stay there as long as possible. What up, Katana? What up, Nightshade? I'm moving to a 1-bedroom down the street for the same price. They were going to raise my rent for the studio, but also my current building has problems like no locking front door and pipes burst. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense not to stay there then. But that just sucks because now you got to coordinate, like, how the fuck are you going to, like, move, bro? There must be, I mean, there has to be, like... Wait, Mbem, okay, pro gamer comms here. Get a U-Haul. Or excuse me, go scout out a parking ramp that has good security. Get a U-Haul. Fill the U-Haul with all the shit that you own. Make sure you have a good lock. Take the U-Haul to the parking garage. Park it there. Go and stay the night at your friend's place. Or stay the night in the U-Haul if you really want to protect your things. Although, as a woman, probably not a good idea. Unless you have a firearm. Which, actually, to be fair, I feel like Mbem out of anybody would totally... Aren't you from Texas, Mbem? I feel like you own a firearm, bro. Still, I don't think it's worth the risk. I think you should just, like, leave your shit there. And then the next day, you can drive... You know what I'm saying? And even, too, if you would be down to eat the cost of... how much are U-Hauls? Like, $20 a day or something like that? If you're down to eat the cost, you could have the U-Haul for multiple days. I guess you'd have to find a place to park it. What up, Wezer? What up, Asian Fury? What up, Chris? Juliet, welcome. I am and I do. I knew it. I knew it, Mbem. Clocked it, bro. I don't know. That's probably what I would do. But you don't even own a car, do you, MBM? Might be harder to have one in New York City. Yeah, but like, how else do you move shit in New York? Honestly, I think I'm going to get a storage unit for a week and get a cargo van. Yeah, that's probably smarter. I didn't even know you could get storage units for a week. Chat, you want to know what's like a random pro gamer adult purchase that I've made recently? That I didn't really think would be that game changing, but it really does allow me to like have some adaptability in my life. A fucking air mattress. Like a good air mattress. Like when I first moved here and when I was leaving Minnesota, it was nice to have an air mattress because then I didn't have to worry about like where I was going to sleep or like, you know, getting rid of I got rid of my mattress pretty early on. I donated it to like a company that helps families like get back up and running in like, you know, like people who are homeless who like need help like being approved for an apartment or something. And I was like, fuck it, I'd rather give my bed to them because then like I could sell this bed for maybe $100, but like I don't need that shit. Let me just like, you know, give it to them and some family in need can have like a pretty, you know, I keep really good, y'all, pro gamer strats, pro gamer comms here. If you guys get a mattress, immediately get a mattress cover for it. Like a waterproof mattress cover. Bro, I swear to y'all, I pulled that shit off. That mattress looked brand fucking new. Brand new. Like the day that I had gotten it 3 years prior. Like I took it over there and they were like, hey, we're very strict about the mattresses we take. And I was like, bro, come fucking look at this shit. Like I took good care of this bitch. And they were like, oh yeah, no, like we don't even need to call our supervisor. Like we know this will pass inspection. I was like, dope. You're welcome. What up, Jaden? I hate air mattresses. I mean, I don't love them, but it's nice to have it, bro. I got a nice air mattress when I first moved my current place until I could get my bed in. Yeah, Mbem, I mean, I think that's like 80% of the battle. I don't know if you have like other pieces of furniture that you're like tied to and that you want to take to your new place. But I would just recommend chuck everything that you can. Like, honestly, y'all, the only reason I got like a king size bed that I'm planning on keeping for a while and like a nice couch that I plan on having for like multiple years is because like I think this place is going to be my last place before I like actually own something. I think knock on wood, we'll see, but who knows where the housing market's going to go, but hopefully down. And if it goes down, your boy is definitely going to cash in on something. But King, bro, chat, I can't even describe to you guys how life-changing it is to have a king-size bed. Like, if y'all have the chance to get a king-size bed, you need to fucking do it. It is incredible. Like, bro, it is awesome. It is awesome. Like, it is not only awesome for if you ever have another person sleeping in your bed, but it's just awesome in general by yourself, like, having a king-size bed. First off, Beans has an entire side of the bed to himself. Like, bro can sleep on the bed and not have to worry about me, like, moving around and, like, accidentally kicking him or something because he loves to sleep in the leg room area. Like, bro knows by now he has a side of the bed. I have a side of the bed. When I get me a girl who's staying over consistently, then we're going to have an issue and Beans is going to have to go back to, I don't know, maybe we'll get him, like, a little sleeping pad or something. Me sitting on my little full-size bed right now. Hey, I've been there, Mbem. A new mattress here in Bermuda costs above $1,000. Yeah, I'm sure because that shit has to get shipped in. Sarby, ever hear of the Alaskan King? Oh, no, I definitely will get one of those one day. For sure. For sure. I just thought King was, like, safer for now. Chat, if you guys... Because I've given this spiel before. I should get an Amazon link for this shit, actually, chat, real quick. Let me... So the King... Because people always, like, assume... And this is going to be the last thing I talk about really quick, by the way, guys, before we get into the topics for today. I just wanted to let you guys know, like, you don't have to get, like, the most insane, like, king size mattress ever. Like, I think a lot of people, when I tell them that, they're like, oh my God, you spend like thousands of dollars. I'm pretty sure my bed was like $500, which for a king size bed is fucking nuts. It was the Zenus, let me look at Zenus King mattress. Okay, I think it might have been this one. Although I think it was like the upgraded version of this. Okay, so like here's the company. And like this is the company. This is the company that I've gotten my last 2 beds from. Zenus 14-inch king green tea memory foam mattress, fiberglass free, medium firm feel, zone pressure relief, blah, 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 blah. $420. For a king size mattress, that's pretty damn good. And me personally, I fucking love it. I love this shit. I could have sworn there was like a, hold on. There was like a king size mattress, like cooling one. Damn, it just popped up with like an even cheaper one, bro. Oh, it's this one, chat. Wow, but this one is even still fucking cheap, bro. Damn, king size, like this is the one I have. I'm pretty sure this is cheaper than when I fucking bought it, chat. Oh, it's a frequently returned item. That's so interesting. But yeah, this is the bed that I got, chat. This like quad cool memory foam. Here's what I will say, chat. Just because, like, yes, okay, if there's nothing on the bed and I lay on it, that mattress is nice and cool. It's so nice. It's so good. But if I put my mattress cover and my sheets over it, that cooling doesn't do shit. That cooling doesn't do shit. So keep that in mind. That's something you want to get. I'm gonna get my little, hold on, I'm gonna get my little my little referral link. Oh, can I not get it? Oh, wait. I can't. Oh, I can't even link it because it's a frequently returned item. That's so funny. Okay, I just won't link it. But me personally, I love it. I don't know why it's like frequently returned. I love that shit, man. My twin size bed was $400. Oh my God. Yeah, couldn't be me, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know if anybody else in chat has ever tried one of these beds. I fucking love it, bro. I think it's the move. Cause like my kind of thing was like, all right, I'll spend a fuck ton of money on a bed when I get a partner who like is more picky about types of beds, you know? Kind of my philosophy around it. Is Beans in here? No, he's not. Oh, he was on my couch. He was on my couch licking himself. I'm guessing all mattresses are frequently returned. That's actually such a good point. That actually wouldn't surprise me. Maybe Zenus is a money laundering operation like all the other mattress stores. I mean, I feel like you have to be a mattress store for that to be possible. Didn't somebody just make a video about that? Should we react to that? I just saw this. Twitch won't let me change my name to Dragon Masturbator. This is literally 1984. You're right, Dragon. Don't let the big man keep you down. Is it only available in the US? It might be. I have no clue. Just look it up. I couldn't get an affiliate link, chat, but low key, I fuck with that bed heavy. Very heavily. Okay, chat. I got a little segment for us before we get into the reading Reddit portion. By the way, chat, thank you guys for 420 subs. We're literally at 420 subs right now. Honey, thank you for resubscribing with Prime. Put us at that 420. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. What's the brand? It's Zenus. Z-I-N-U-S. It's like penis, but Zenus. I'm looking for a mattress that won't break the bank. I mean, that one absolutely won't. Maybe you won't like it. But it's funny, dude. I swear, and like not to fucking call myself a slut here. And who knows, maybe they were lying to me. Every girl that I've ever had over who slept in that bed, I always ask them because I'm like, hey, like, memory foam's not for everyone. But I always ask, I'm like, did you sleep well? And they're like, yeah, your bed's super comfy. The best way I can describe it, chat, is when you first sit on it, it's like the memory foam is like cold. So it's like kind of, it's not like squishy. It's like kind of hard a little bit. Not like hard, but it's like a little bit more firm. But then when you're sleeping in it and as your body like warms it up, your body like sinks into the memory foam. You are a slut though. Okay, that's so fair. That's fair. I kind of am. Okay, chat. Here's the deal. Oh, fuck. I had like a good intro for this and I totally forgot. This is why I need to write shit down, chat. This is why I need to write shit down. So, there has been a new big influencer on the internet that I feel like if you've been paying attention or scrolling anywhere, specifically on Instagram, you've seen this person. And I have a prediction. That I feel like most of the internet has not picked up on. And I wanted to share it with you guys because I think I'm right. And when I am proven right, I think it's going to be real cool. If you guys have been on Instagram, there is no way that you haven't seen the Kumar method. This man, chat, I swear to God, must have the world record for the fastest 1 million followers on the internet. 100%. His first video is from a week ago, June 5th, 2026. It's June 14th when I'm making this video. So a little over a week, about 9 days. But it took him, I think when I found him, I have a comment here that actually did pretty well. I commented in Kumar We Trust. When I commented that, chat, I'm pretty sure he had 60,000 followers. I caught it on like the tail end of this video going viral. AI launch, I don't think it's AI. I do not think it's AI. Here, I'll let you guys watch this video. I'm pretty sure this is a real man. This would be very hard, in my opinion, to AI deepfake. Let's watch the first video.
Finance bros. My name is...
Wait, hold on. Can I get that without...
This is a message to all finance bros. My name is Kumar. I'm a retired accountant. And I'm going to steal your jobs by becoming the biggest accounting influencer in the world.
My husband wants to be famous, so please follow him.
So here's the thing, chat. I already see you guys. He bought followers. He bought likes. I don't think so. I do not think so. Y'all ain't giving this credit, chat. This is the perfect viral storm. I think if you don't understand, like, I'm not trying to be mean here. I would say, all right, like, call me an asshole for this. I would say I have a pretty good pulse on what it takes to have a viral video, right? Not to sit here and slob on my own shit like that, but I've gone viral so many times on the internet, all right? I've gone viral with trendy little TikToks. I've gone viral with like podcast clips. I've gone viral with my Reddit reactions, with other reactions. This is the perfect storm. It is, number one, fantastic editing. If you watch that video, it is fantastic editing. From the sound design to the like the masking to the like just the feeling of that video is the perfect storm. And then on top of that, anybody, and I'll dive into this a little bit later, to give you guys an example, something about older people encompassing Gen Z editing, lingo, trends is easy virality. I am telling you right now, if you are somebody who's over the age of like 50, and if you can understand the Gen Z editing, the Gen Z lingo, and participate in it similar to this guy, that is the freest fucking game in the world. The freest game in the world, chat. So y'all can call this fake. I think this is real. I think this is 100% real. And he's come out with even more videos. Like, that's why I don't think this is AI. Which one was it? Yeah, this one. Bro, I saw this edit on TikTok and I almost paid one of my editors to make this of beans. Hold on, let me restart it.
I hate when guys say I am him, because who is him?
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm him. My name is Kumar. I'm a retired accountant. And even though I cut that girl in half, I have major respect for women, especially my loving, beautiful wife.
I am Kumar's wife.
We have been married for 39 years. And despite all my money, watches, and cars, she is my biggest flex.
Thank you for supporting my husband. Please follow him and tune in for the next video.
Because class will officially be in session.
I hate when guys.
So like, y'all, first off, there's no way that's AI. Like, there's maybe some of the editing has like AI aspects to it, but like, I think this is a real person. I think that's his real wife. And like, do you guys, like, I don't think you guys understand, like any other creator just sees this and they're like, oh my God, this is genius. The perfect viral storm. It does not, chat, it does not surprise me that this man hit 1 million followers so fast. Cause like everything about it, like the editing, the way it switches back and forth between like major editing and then boom, it's just them talking. And then boom, back to major editing. Like, it's perfect. It's so good. No. I'm not fangirling, you guys. I'm not fangirling because I'm going to get to a point here. I'm going to get to a point on like exposing this guy. I'm going to expose this guy here in a second, bro. I'm not fangirling. I'm just pointing out that this is calculated. This is not on accident. This isn't just some random guy who decided one day I'm going to hop on the internet and make some stuff and be very tapped in, by the way. This one.
Who win the finals? We burning the city down!
Not if I do it first.
Okay.
My name is Kumar. I'm a retired accountant from New York, and I'm here to share my ball knowledge with the world. This realm will become a better place with my teachings. And yes, it's all free. And to everyone preying on my downfall, I will be the biggest accounting influencer in the world, and there is nothing you can do to stop me. Class is almost in session, so I'll see you soon.
Follow to help my husband achieve his dreams.
Okay.
So like, y'all, he's tapped into the culture. And this was the video, chat. This is the video where the fucking light bulb went off. I don't know if you guys see my comment right here. This is my account. I'm calling it now. This is an Anthpo project. Chat. Do y'all know who Anthpo is? When I saw this video, it clicked. It instantly clicked. I was like, this has to be an Anthpo project. Who's Anthpo? You guys don't know Anthpo? First off, that's just disrespectful. Put some respect on my boy Anthpo's name right now. This hurts my feelings that so many of y'all don't know who Anthpo is. Like, are you serious? What is this? Chat, that's crazy. Anthpo is probably, and I'm going to show you some of his stuff because I guarantee you've seen some of his other stuff, bro. Anthpo is a genius when it comes to dissecting virality and content in like a unique way and like capitalizing on that virality over and over and over again with different projects. Anthpo is super smart on that. And he has, like, for example, do you guys remember all the lookalike competitions that was happening? Timothy Chalamet lookalike, and then everything that stemmed from it. I'm pretty sure the Timothy Chalamet one was like the catalyst to it. That was Anthpo. This piece of paper broke the internet, and it's the Timothy Chalamet lookalike competition. He also did the the cheese ball guy, who's like, watch me eat this entire jar of cheese balls, and it was like this whole thing. The internet was talking about it, and it was just like he was able to like gather a bunch of people in New York. Key piece of information here. In New York, the guy who everyone thinks is behind Boythrob. I wouldn't be surprised. Wait, hold on. I didn't even put that together. Bro, he might be behind Boythrob. But this man constantly just does like side projects, side quests, and like nails it every time. Like all of these, like everybody was talking about the lookalike competitions, and it started like a trend of people like doing these lookalike competitions, right? If you guys like, there's no way you guys never saw the like John Chungus shit. So this guy is like this like wholesome, like go touch grass guy. It's funny because I wasn't even really like tapped into this guy. This was an Anthpo project. Anthpo. I went undercover as an old man for 70 days and became famous. I'm not gonna like watch this video, but he basically reveals that like he was the catalyst behind an older guy. Ding, ding, ding. Another little like reason why I'm scheming. I'm like, this has to be Anthpo. This has to be Anthpo. John Chungus is Anthpo. I mean, like, here's the thing is like, John Chungus is a real person, but Anthpo put together the formula. Like, that's what I'm talking about, you guys, is like Anthpo knows the formula of like, hey, here's this older man, and like, let's make content around like good vibes, going outside, encouraging people. He knew that would do well. This like older guy who's a retired accountant whose editing is, listen, I just want to say, I could be wrong. I'm just making this to clip farm. I'm going to be so real. I could be so wrong here, but I feel like either this dude is like, has like a grandkid who's way tapped in and was like, you know, dad or, you know, maybe even grandpa, like, let's get you rocking and ripping on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless that's the case, I don't see any other explanation to how this dude came out of fucking nowhere, out of left field, and is taking over as hard as he is. 1 million followers, chat. Can I hover over that? 1,037,000 followers in a little over a week. Probably less than, actually. Yeah, 1 million followers 1 week. You're like, bro, you just like the social media salve that it takes to put together 1 million followers in a week. I just think doesn't happen by accident. That's why I'm making this video. I want to make this video because I want to be the guy that called this shit out first. You know what I'm saying? Like, similar to how people are predicting that Boythrob was Anthpo's project. Like, I think this is Anthpo's project. I saw the New York Post. I saw this one. I saw like how he mentioned he's from New York, and I was like, this has to be the case because I'm pretty sure Anthpo is also from New York. Sarby's on that tinfoil hat stuff. Listen, bro. Listen, maybe I am, bro. Throw on the tinfoil hat, get a matching one for my cat. But all I'm saying is when I get proven right, I'm going to go live. We're going to react to the video, and I'm going to be like, I told y'all. But seriously, like, I think this is, first off, like, for example, John Chungus now, I think, has a show. Like, from my understanding, yeah, making friends, like, on a John. So, like, I'm not sharing my screen. So, John Chungus, like, blew up. 800,000 followers. It was super successful, super wholesome guy. Definitely has a very dedicated audience. And now he has this show where I'm not actually sure what the goal of this is. Maybe it's a podcast. But, like, I think the idea is that, like, Anthpo isn't bringing, like, people who don't deserve to be on the internet to the forefront, right? I think that happens a lot on the internet is like, you know, clavicular, for example. That guy, objectively, a bad influence on other people. Anybody who's walking around talking about like microdosing meth, bone smashing, looks maxing, encouraging misogyny, like that's a bad person on the internet. And that's who like kind of not necessarily accidentally, but like the internet lifts those people up because it's like watching a fucking car accident, right? It's watching a car accident. I think Anthpo is really great at lifting up or like bringing kind of like culture of like, hey, here's this wholesome old guy telling you, encouraging you to like go outside, who's talking about Happy Pride Month, you know? Like, hey, here's this guy. Like, I don't know, you guys are going to have to dive into this yourself. Like, the whole premise of this guy is, and he hasn't launched anything, and who knows, maybe I'm wrong, maybe he'll switch up. But the whole premise is like, this guy is going to like give free game around like money, around like responsibly taking care of your finances. That's something the internet needs. I genuinely believe that as like a guy who kind of cosplays finance bro here and there every once in a while. Like, we do need a guy like this who people are willing to consume his content more because like he's doing it in a cool way. I'm sorry, when you objectively build a brand that feels cool, like it feels cool to follow this guy. If you're not following Kumar, it's like FOMO. You're missing out. Like I get to brag, oh, I found this guy within a week or, you know, within like a couple of days of him making this account, and he had 60,000 followers when I followed him, and now he's at 1 million. Like, that is a feeling that builds hype versus like if somebody just makes something where like, I'm going to make free content about how Gen Z can properly manage their money. Like, boring, lame. Kumar walks in and he's like, heavily edited, like, you know, trendy content and stuff. Like it's just, I understand it, and I have to applaud Anthpo for it. Like, none of this is hate against Anthpo, by the way. Like, I think this dude is a genius. I'm glazing Anthpo more than I'm even glazing Kumar, because like, if I'm right, if this is an Anthpo project, he's doing an amazing job. Like, I want to say, y'all, this might be his most popular, like this might be his fastest growing project yet, if this is his project. Like, you know, I pulled up, and granted, I guess this is just Instagram that I'm looking at, but like 108K on John Chungus, 437, and these are like completed. Like, I know John Chungus is done, Kid with Crocs is done. This is one that he like actively does with his friends that he puts his face on, called Bunch of Friends. That one has like 450K. Bro, a million in a week is fucking nuts. Just fucking nuts. I can assure you I'm not having FOMO over this. Okay, respectfully, Resilient Sage, you're not the demographic. You're just not. Like, I know most of my audience is older, and you guys might not care, and that's fine. But like, I think this is what is like fun about social media. This is like the fun part of social media, where you can be like, wow, here's this guy who just like understands the game, but is also like kind of wholesome. And that like juxtaposition of like this older guy who, like, by all definitions or by all like stereotypes, this dude should not be editing the way that he's editing, right? Like, he seems kind of like a nerd, but like the way the editing is presenting it, like, this guy's hard as fuck. And I think that's exciting. I think that's exciting for Gen Z, for people who are chronically online, to like have fun, but like while they're having fun, they can maybe learn some stuff. Like, in the comments, people are like asking him questions about finance stuff, and he's responding to it. I don't think it's going to show up very well here, but I think on mobile, oh yeah, right here. As someone who lives paycheck to paycheck, what's the best way to invest? Someone replied, stop investing, build an emergency fund first. You'll thank me if your car breaks down. Like, bro, objectively, this is what the internet needs. This is what the internet needs. An account that's fun to follow, and like it's oh shit, what's the my favorite YouTubers, Colin and Samir, they call it hiding the vegetables. in a YouTube video, like Mark Rober has to do this a lot. If you guys don't know who Mark Rober is, he's like one of the biggest like science YouTubers. He has to do this thing called hiding the vegetables. Hiding the vegetables is where, like, in his videos, his goal is to teach people stuff about engineering, but he can't just, you know, press record and go, hey guys, today I'm going to teach you about like Newton's laws of physics, where like, and he's just sitting there and it's boring. And like, that's not going to keep the attention span of like a younger kid who might be interested in science stuff. But like, between watching a guy talk about science and like Mr. Beast surviving 7 days in the Arctic or whatever his last upload was, like, they're gonna choose the Mr. Beast video, right? So like Mark Rober has to hide the vegetables. He has to hide the vegetables of like, hey, like in this video of me, I actually have not been clocking Mark Rober shit lately, but like in this video, I'm just gonna pull up Mark Rober's channel actually, just so I can give an example. I literally can't. I'm so sorry. I used to watch my boy so much more, and now I don't. Hold on. Oh my God, I engineered the perfect first date. That actually sounds like such a fun video. Oh yeah, okay, so like, can you fool a self-driving car? Like in that video, he talks about like LiDAR detectors and how they work and like the engineering and physics behind that. Like that's hiding the vegetables. Hey, I'm going to watch this video to see if he can fool a self-driving car. But while I'm watching that, I'm going to learn something new. I'm going to learn something new about how LiDAR radars work, right? And like, that's hiding the vegetables. I think that's what's happening here. That's why I'm so invested and so interested and honestly impressed. Like, I'm very impressed. Bill Nye is science. Like, no, that's exactly what it is, chat. Like, Bill Nye the Science Guy, I think, was poorly put together hiding the vegetables. Like, it was catchy, it was fun, but then you were watching it and you were like, all right, like, I don't remember any of the sciencey shit that I learned from Bill Nye. I'm not gonna lie. I think you had to be really, really, really into science to remember that. But I think Mark Rober does it well, where he's like, hey, I'm going to do something and it's going to be interesting and it's going to be fun. But while you're doing it, you're going to learn something awesome. And I think that is unfortunately how you have to teach some people. Like, to be honest, y'all, I think that's how I needed to be taught in a lot of ways. Like, there's a lot of things that I think I could have learned faster and been more interested in if it wasn't taught to me in a way that like made me not enjoy the process of learning it. For example, when I took Calculus 1 in college, or excuse me, in high school, I had a lot of fun learning it. And part of it was I had a good teacher who like made us understand it and used like real life examples. And then when I got to Calculus 2, I wouldn't blame the teacher necessarily, but when I got to Calculus 2, my curriculum made me do a lot of like proofs and just shit that I was like, I don't care about this. Like, this doesn't make the learning fun for me. You're just showing me these old people like proving why taking the derivative of whatever like makes this I don't know, a circle. I genuinely don't remember anything from calculus, but I remember being miserable. And like, unfortunately, like as dumb as that is, like I learned better from like hiding the vegetables, and I think a majority of people do too. Teaching will only stick when it's something we love. Exactly. And I think you can disguise it as something you love as well. And so that's why I'm just excited, y'all. I'm very excited. I think I'm very curious to see if this turns out being an Anthropo project, but I just don't see maybe I don't see, but like I would be shocked if this guy ends up being like, nah, bro, it's my whole team. It's not a super social media savvy social media guy who knows what he's doing and has done this before, who's behind my account and responsible for being able to put together this content strategy that has built me to 1 million followers. It's actually just an idea that I randomly had with like zero content experience with my like, I don't know, grandson, or like, I don't know, I hired an editor and they just exactly knew the assignment to a level that built us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's being in social media and making viral videos. That does not seem like a reasonable explanation. That just does not seem like a reasonable explanation for what's going on here. okay, I respectfully, if you guys want to leave, you can leave. Like, I don't know why you guys come in here and you're like, oh, like this feels like I'm being served broccoli. Like, bro, okay, fucking like go do like go watch my video VODs afterwards, bro. I don't need your negative ass vibes. Like, leave. Oh my God, Mythbusters, bro. I think Mythbusters is a great example. I think Mythbusters is like Mark Rober, but like the earlier generations. I've done a bit of math in university and gotta agree, proofs don't give me any joy. They're just awful, man. They're just awful. Proofs genuinely ruined calculus 2 for me. Like, my brain turned off. Like, I was already a senior in high school and I was already over it. And then they were like, hey, instead of like actually doing like, I remember my first semester of calculus 2 was like easygoing. I understood everything. And then we started doing proofs and I was like, this shit sucks. I don't give a fuck. Like, to be fair, if you're a math major, like that's probably what you care about, but that's not why I was there. I was like, I don't give a shit about this, bro. I'm waiting for the story in the title. Okay, well then leave. Like, genuinely leave. Like, bro, this is crazy to me. When people like come to my streams and then they complain about the streams not being like super on point, like that's the fucking point. Like, if you're gonna complain about my streams not being exactly on point, leave, dog. Like, I don't want to hear, or at least like shut up. Like, genuinely, like, don't complain. Like, it's like, bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, what do you think? Proofs are my favorite part. You know what, Keating? Good for you. Good for you, bro. I applaud you. And I understand how it can be some people's favorite. It's just not my favorite. Like, I love seeing like a editing timeline of a very complicated video. Like, there was a video a guy made showing the editing timeline of a like Stranger Things season 4 video. And that was fascinating to me. But I was watching that and being like, oh my God, other people would not fuck with this at all, bro. I love the Yap session, and that's why we love you, Mbem. Yapping is the best part of the stream. That's how I feel too, bro. Hey, what up, Cloud Dreamer? Like, that's so crazy to me, bro. I've never understood, like, even when I see, like, bigger streamers, like, I watch Ludwig a lot. Actually, it happened today. I watched Ludwig a lot. Ludwig was, like, ranking knock-knock jokes. And I was like, this isn't for me. I'm just gonna leave. Like, honestly, I respect that more than people who will go in chat and be like, get on with the, go do this thing that, like, I'm being entitled about you, like, directing your stream to go do. Like, it's so crazy to me. I'm like, why do you feel so entitled that I have to listen and, like, do the thing that you want? Like, it's so that, catch me if I am ever like that, bro. Just put me down Old Yeller style, bro. That shit is so nuts to me. Ben, will you ever do rocket science? No, bro. I know this isn't rocket science, but one time I was visiting my sister because she went to the same college as me. I visited for like a football game or like homecoming or something. And I was there and my sister had like an organic chemistry class on a Friday. And I was like, fuck it, let me come with you. I just want to spend time with you and I can just like work on my own stuff. We go to this class. I'm like occasionally looking up. I'm like, this fucking sucks. Like, after that class, I turned to my sister. I was like, you're better than me, because what the fuck was that? Like, that was genuinely the worst thing I've ever had to look at in my entire life. I had no clue what they were saying. Like, I feel like that would be me with rocket science. As someone who wants to learn editing, I love that shit. You should look it up, Anti-Ableist. It's really interesting. Like, honestly, y'all, the editing that me and my editors do is not that complicated. Like, it's very bare minimum. Like, my friend Dakota, he makes like commentary videos. His editing timelines are fucking nuts. Like, I would be lost. I wouldn't be lost, but it would take me a second to like navigate it and figure out how to navigate it. My editing timelines are just cut out the fluff, put together, cut out the fluff, put together. Every once in a while, add a zoom in and whatnot. Sorry, we said we're never going to talk about the slur name. Honestly, that would be the biggest troll, bro. That would be the biggest troll. Just like, nah, you know what? JK. JK, no more slur name. Hey, what up, Kai? Kai, don't blame you, bro. 20-hour stream is insane. You're so brave for that, Kai. Like, I was like, y'all are gonna fucking camp on that? Like, I don't know. I think this is like Kai, it's so funny. Wait, Kai, actually, last thing before we get into the reads. Kai, would this be stupid? Would this be a waste of my time? I low-key want to make a streamer university video that's like, hey, I'm not gonna like monkey dance like the rest of the people. I'm just gonna tell you like what I've been doing. And I'll just be like, yeah, I've been averaging like 1.7 videos per week on my main channel with an average of like an hour and 30 minutes. I've been streaming like 3.5 days a week on average with a 2.5 hour like average stream time. Like, I just want to like drop, because I grind and like I wouldn't want to go to Stream University if they picked me because I made this like stupid skit, like acting like an idiot. I would want them to pick me because they're like, ooh, that guy's a fucking grinder. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be valid. Like, that's kind of what I want. Like, I don't think, like, I'm not going to be willing to like dance monkey dance or anything. Like, I don't know. When I tuned in last year on guys, chat, by the way, if you're not familiar with Kai's game like that, Kai was a part of Kai Sinat's Streamer University last year. And I'm not going to lie, it sounds not like something that would be a great fit for me, but I also think I could make it work. Like, I think if I was there, I would be the streamer not engaging in like the random like shit that they're pulling, the flirt. Like, I would literally be like, hey, you want to read this Reddit story with me? Like, easy clip. We read and react to this Reddit story. And it goes up on my on my page the next day. That's where I would be good, you know? Hey, Jaguar Lady, thank you for doubling up. I don't know. We'll see if I do it, Kai. I don't know if I want to do that. Bro, we got fucked? Wait, how'd you get fucked, Kai? Because I watched a little bit of the end of your stream. I was in the shower, but I was like listening to you guys talk about like getting food and stuff. Oh, Cloud Dreamer, did someone else make a subreddit post? The sentence that person made on Reddit is so laughable. Yeah, some people are incels because they can't get any pussy, but just because someone is an ass, that doesn't mean they aren't a virgin baby back bitch. Dude, people just want to complain, man. People just want to complain. We got there early and so many people skipped the line plus hopped the barriers that we didn't get in. Dude, they should just, like, they need to be better. Honestly, Kai, I'm going to be so real with you. That's kind of fraud that they didn't bring you in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, hey, you were there last year. They should just be like, oh, we should bring in Kai to like hang out and like that's good content. Like an interview of like, oh, hey, here's one of our previous students. Kai, what have you been up to? Sarby looks like an Oliver. There's no way. Once again, rest in peace, Oliver Tree. Amy Cakes, thank you for resubscribing with Prime. I appreciate you guys using your Prime subs on me. Thank you. Thank you very much. There were a lot of alumni there. Half my chat was like, why aren't you inside? Everyone else is in. That's so dumb, bro. I'm surprised. Like, I'm surprised they aren't more tapped in with the alumni like that, Kai. But I don't know, man. I also just think like, it's so funny, Kai. I was thinking about this. I was like, I genuinely think like it's a little like it's a nice short-term boost, but I think it's a long-term distraction. Like you've been new. I'm like, bro, you got to be doing the same shit that I'm doing on my on my third channel, on my live channel, bro, that's literally, it's going to be monetized tomorrow, or I'm going to be able to apply for YouTube partnership tomorrow. I do not understand people who care about whether or not they're a virgin. Who cares? No, for real. I just think it's funny. Like, you know that the guys complaining about that are like dudes, or there are a couple ace people who like complain about it where I'm like, guys, I'm not referring to you. Like, you're getting upset about this for yourself. Like, I'm not going to call someone a virgin, and every time I'm like, this virgin baby back bitch, just to clarify, I'm not talking shit about ace people. Like, I'm not going to do that every time. And I'm sorry if you need that clarification every time. That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Like, oh, you met cutie Cinderella? Bro, Kai, I'm fucking jealous. I hope that queen is doing well. I hope Queen Cutie is doing well, bro. I know she's been going through it. I agree with that, actually. Kai, lock in. Have you even watched my thumbnail training video that I sent you, bro? Lock in. Hey, what up, princess? Yeah, it feels the same as having to say not all men. No, for real, bro. For real. I was so nervous to go up to her. I need the clip. Did anyone clip it? It was so awkward because I've been a fan for so long. I didn't know what to say. Bro, Kai, wait, guys, insane comms here. I swear to God, y'all should embody this. If you want to have the best interactions with people who you are like a fan of, don't act like a fan. Don't act like, guys, I don't know if I've ever talked about this. Do you remember Hope Schwing came like her and her boyfriend were staying here when they went to EDC. They stayed like the night before EDC and the night after EDC before their flight back. The reason I'm friends with her is because I went up to her on the street and I was like, yo, Hope, like, I've been following you for a while. Like, I'm also a creator, like, love your stuff. Sometimes I'll like make videos off the trends that you do. And like started talking to her. Like when you're a fan of someone and you go up to them as a fan, it immediately like puts that person on a pedestal, and you'll never have an interaction where like it's two people interacting and bantering in like a level where like you guys are getting to know each other. If you immediately go up to someone and you're like, I'm a huge fan of you, bam, you're right here. I don't want to say like fans are lower by any means, but you're putting them on a pedestal of like, here's this person, you're the coolest person in the world. You got, if you're interacting with people, you want to act like they're just like a normal average person. She's the only person I've had that happen with. Yeah, that's true, Kai. You get to interact with famous people a lot. I'm not going to lie. Hey, what up, author Sam? What up, Ray? Kai was farming real well. Kai, I need to see those clips, bro. Kai was farming that so well, and it was great to watch. Bro, Kai, like, Chad, there's a reason I like collabing with Kai. Like, Kai knows what she's doing, bro. I feel like Kai needs a compliment right now. When I play with Kai, I am not concerned about us not being able to come out with good content. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kai just gets the game, bro. She gets the game. Like, you got to perform. You got to entertain. Like, I feel like sometimes I like will interact or like work with other creators, and they just don't understand that, like, you alley-oop, you slam dunk. You alley-oop, you slam dunk. Like, sometimes you'll alley-oop something and they'll fucking take the ball and throw it out of bounds. You're like, that could have been so much more if you just would have like let that like it's like improv. It's improv. It's like I throw something up, you take it, you like throw it back, and then we kind of go back and forth, and like something comes of it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Now if she would only post some shit, not you talking like in the third person, man. Are we in an alternate universe? Sarby is complimenting Kai. Sarby said he liked me. I never said that. I never said that, Mbem. There's no evidence of that. That's AI. I would never say that shit about you. Improv is fun. I do like some improv. For a second, I thought you meant Kai Cenat. I mean, Kai Cenat's even fucking better. I'm sorry, bro. Kai Cenat is better than me and Kai Uwu's put together. You said that's why we love Mbem? Sounds like AI. I would never say that. Who wasted water to make Sarby say he likes Kai? That's horrible. I mean, it's Mbem, but same thing, same thing. I'll clip the Sarby loving Mbem. No, you won't. No, you won't. What up, Dragon May? Damn, another dragon in chat? That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. All right, chat. Contrary to popular belief, we got to get started. Hold on, let me stop and restart my recording. 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 41 seconds. Sorry, just got to timestamp my editors in real quick. The dragons are multiplying? No, for real, bro. So many dragons. We are one. We are the Legion. We got a lot of dragons. We got a lot of kittens as well because of that one time that I called you guys kitten. Hey, what up, the klutzy ginger? Welcome to the stream. I hope work is going well. Stop and start the video. I just did Humble Punk Queen. Thank you. Humble Punk Queen, you're the GOAT. Thank you. Thank you for trying to help me remember that. Sorry, remember to stop for the editors. He is fake, guys. Don't talk shit about me like that, all right? My editors will agree with you, and then they're going to make fun of me. I don't need it. I don't need it. All right? The worst part about this post is that naming your kids slurs isn't even that uncommon. Please tell me that's wrong. Please tell me that's wrong. Dragons are just large, scaly cats. You might be right. Chat, by the way, sorry, super random side note. So I'm rewatching Supernatural for shits and gigs. First off, the Leviathan season kind of rips. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, leading up, I was like, oh my God, this shit blows absolute dick. And then the Leviathan season is here, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm invested again. Just kind of as a side note. Little random side note. Second, I'm surprised more Christians don't denounce that. I didn't realize like how blasphemous that show is, low-key. Like, I'm surprised. Like, why are they burning Harry Potter books? They should be burning Supernatural DVDs. I hate that season so much. It's the worst season. No, you're just wrong. It's so good. It adds more drama. I was so tired of the heaven hell shit. Like, bring in these fucking weird monster shits, bro. My Catholic friend loves that show. I mean, let's be honest, dude. Catholics, like, they probably, like, as an ex-Catholic, they're all just like, they love a hot white man. So two of them, they're down to look past blasphemy. Crowley was my fave. He's a good character. I can't lie, I love Cass. Like, it is sad that Cass isn't really a part of this season, at least so far, very much. I don't think I got to the Leviathan season. I think it's pretty good. But Jaden does not fuck with the Leviathan season. My ex-friend who was Christian hated how they portrayed God in that show. I think that's the whole point. Like, that's what I'm saying is like they're literally like, yeah, God just doesn't give a fuck and he's a bad guy. Also, eventually we kill him. Sorry, spoilers, but the Leviathan season is one of the most hated seasons. Why? I got so fucking bored of the heaven hell shit. I was like, get over it. We get it. They die, they go to hell, and then they come back somehow. And then one of like Sam dies, and then he goes to hell, and then somehow he comes back. And then Dean dies, and then goes to hell, and then sometimes he comes back. And it just keeps going like that. I'm like, shut up. Please. And then they brought in the Leviathans. I was like, yes, thank you. Some variety. They made them gay and then sent them immediately to super hell. What are you talking about? The Leviathan? Yo, listen, chat, Canteen, I'm so sorry if I'm spoiling some shit for you, but all I have to say is that show is from like that show started in 2007. I'm like so sorry, bro. If you like are waiting, there has to be a threshold of like, if you can't be like spoilers if the show is almost 20 years old. I'm so sorry. Like you have no argument there. You've had 20 years to catch up on this shit. Catch the fuck up. No, I know the ending of Supernatural, Grace. Don't worry. I'm rewatching it. I know how it ends. I think those shows, they intentionally like do a rage bait ending, you know? Like I think How I Met Your Mother did it. I think Lost did it. I think Supernatural did it. That ending sucked. Cass confessed his love to Dean and was immediately dragged to super hell. Really? Wait, I don't remember that. That's so funny though. Cass would be gay, bro. Honestly. See, I don't know how you guys can. Well, actually, no, just kidding. That's the previous season. The episode where they get sent into the reality where they're actors is so meta. Like that episode is so good. When they're actors when they're actors on the set of Supernatural, and they like, dude, I was crying laughing at the part where they have to like act. And it's just so meta. It's so meta. It's actors on a show about them acting and they're acting poorly. Like, it's so good. It's so good. I'm so sorry. That is one of the best episodes of TV, I think, in the entire world. Like, that is so good. My mom and I are introducing my 14-year-old brother to Supernatural right now. Honestly, good comms. Good moves. Good moves. And you married Ruby? No, for real, bro. Ruby was kind of bad. I can't even lie, chat. I can't even lie. Do you watch The Boys? I do not. I do not. To be honest, I don't like those shows. Like Supernatural gore doesn't feel like too much for me. I feel like sometimes when I see those shows and like the gore on those shows, I'm like, you could make this without the gore. And it wouldn't, like, you know, I don't know. Maybe there's no argument there, but I try not to go out of my way to like watch gory shows. Chat, I'm so sorry. You guys are really getting me off track. I gotta get started on this. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all yapping about Supernatural with me. Y'all know I could yap about this forever, but we gotta read some stories, all right? We gotta read some stories. Chat, if you guys are on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. We got 69 people watching. Nice. 45 likes. I know we could get that shit up to 55. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. If you guys are on the Twitch, make sure to follow. No matter where you're at, though, turn on the post noties so you can be notified whenever I go live. Not Keating coming in and saying slur time. Okay, so that's no. It is not slur time, and it is never slur time. All right, chat? Y'all are bad. Y'all are bad. Okay. The Bean one. I almost said the Bean in one. The Bean one posted this story to r/Sarby from r/best of Redditor updates. Am I the a-hole for refusing to change my kid's name despite it sounding like a slur to my mother-in-law? Originally posted to r/am I the a-hole on April 18th, 2026. Damn, this shit's fresh. This started a few weeks ago, but I'd never used Reddit before and wasn't sure how to do one of these. For context, I'm mixed race, white and Middle Eastern from my mom. In parentheses, my mom had been Hebrew, but changed denominations after moving to America and meeting my dad. My husband and his mom are African American. I, 32 female, have recently had my first baby. I'd given up on love when I met John, 40 male, a year, next week. Oh! So to clarify, they met. They met. They didn't start dating. They met a year next week. And OP recently had their... Oh, no. What started as a one-night stand, then following encounters, turned into a shotgun wedding. But we weren't upset about this. John hadn't had many girlfriends before, and he claims he was happy to settle down. I had much the same feelings. Okay. I mean, like, listen, I don't know. I think when you're, like, getting older, maybe I don't know, maybe there's an argument that you have to take that risk, but, like, y'all didn't have to shotgun wedding it. We got married in August, and I met his mother 2 days before our courthouse wedding / yard party. All right, I'm sorry. Now that it's put in that context, I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. That's crazy. 2 days before you're getting married, you're meeting the mother-in-law. I'm so sorry. Like, based off of the Reddit stories that we've read, you have to be able to suss out your partner's relationship with their parents and whether or not that will positively or negatively affect your relationship way before you get married to them. Like 2 days before, and you're just getting exposed to it. She was honestly one of the most amazing people I'd ever met. Okay. I never had a mother of my own, really, and she was everything I'd ever wanted. She planned my baby shower, surprised me with a birthday party, and so much more during the pregnancy. Okay. Not a bad first impression. I went into labor a week early in mid-March. She and the rest of the family stayed away and let us update to them on our time. My beautiful baby girl was born on March 19th at 2:19 a.m. This is where the issue starts. That same day around lunch, we let John's mom and stepdad come visit. We'd had several names picked out, some of which mother-in-law helped me choose. However, I looked into my daughter's eyes and knew her name. Context. My mom's name was Nessa. She had been a wonderful lady I'd never been able to meet. So I chose Nissa instead, said like Nis-a. Wow. Okay, wait. That reveal is not as bad as I thought it would be. That's a pretty common name, right, chat? Nissa is not... I feel like that's a stretch. Like, I know, obviously, I'm not stupid. I know what word or what slur this story is referring to now. But I feel like Nissa, number one, I think is a great name. Number two, I don't think it's like anything you should get worked up on. I have a friend named Nissan. I don't know how to explain this, but your friend's dad named that kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to name you after the first car I bought, Nissan. Sorry. My mother-in-law... Oh, sorry. I gotta switch screens. Oopsies. My mother-in-law said nothing at first. She took photos, hugged my husband, was going on about how pretty our daughter was, but never said anything to me. I'd not noticed at the time. I'd been exhausted and out of it, and they'd left soon after. My husband said something to his mom about it after they left. Wait. My husband said something to his mom about it after they left over text, and my mother-in-law went off about the dirty, slur-like name I chose and said I was disrespectful and racist for not asking her first. What? My husband waited until we were home to tell me about this and asked if this was a hill we were willing to die on. I was shocked. He loved the name when I brought it up. He says his mom is right, and it's 2 letters off from being the exact word. Okay, so you love the name, but then when mommy has an issue with it, Which, by the way, that's crazy. That, like, similar to what we were just talking about people getting upset whenever I call someone a virgin. I think this is exactly the same thing where it's like this woman is actively choosing to be upset by a name that, yes, I guess is 2 letters off, but that's not the point of the name. The point of the name is to be named after OP's mother, right? Yeah. In a similar but not the exact same way. And like, it's just them taking that and then getting offended by it because they can find a way to get offended by it. Yeah, like the mother-in-law is looking for a reason to be mad. That's how I feel too, bro. Yeah, you guys are also saying it. I think that husband's reaction's a red flag. Like, I'm sorry if I like the name and then my mom comes to me and is like, I think she made this name because it sounds like a slur against our people. I would be like, hey dog, you're here. You got to take it here because what the fuck are you talking about? I think that uh-oh, maybe that shotgun marriage wasn't a good idea, girl. He says his mom is right and it's 2 letters off from being the exact word, only it's not the word. He slept on the couch. I hoped over the last few weeks she would get over it along with him. He eventually conceded it was a dumb request and stood his ground to his mom. All right, I mean, he should have done that right off the rip, but better late than never. She came over the next day while he was at work and told me either I'd change it or she'd tell my husband our baby isn't his. So that's when you whip out your phone, start recording the conversation, and or immediately text your husband and be like, your mom just fucking said this to me. I ended up crying and she left, but I texted my husband and her in a group chat after and told them there's no way in hell I'm renaming my 3-week-old baby and told my husband what she said. Of course, she denied it. It started another fight with my husband and he hasn't slept in the bed for a week now. He keeps telling me I'm being overly sensitive over a name and that I never even knew my mom, so it doesn't matter. Wait a minute. Hold on. We got to dial back because what did he say about her saying that crazy shit to you about saying the baby isn't his? What did homeboy do about that? Cuz like even without that answer, calling you overly sensitive over the name named after your mom and that it shouldn't matter because you barely knew them is fucking insane. Oh, I mean, like, bro, you could have stayed. You could have been like, I want to bang my head on the desk right now because I'm like, girl, you didn't have to get married to this guy. Like, why the wedding? Like, y'all could have just had the baby, continued your relationship, sussed it out, not gotten legally tied to the person, and made it now more complicated and more messy if you guys did end up not being together. Like, you could don't get married for the baby. Oh, this is a disaster. So, am I the a-hole for refusing to name my baby because my mother-in-law thinks it sounds like a slur? Is it? Is it worth fighting for a name when I can just pick another because she's not even that old? I feel backed into a corner and starting to feel like my husband is right and to give in to his mom. He keeps telling me he thinks the name is wonderful and beautiful, but not worth the drama. Maybe this is how moms are. Okay, so how is he saying this shit, but then also this shit? Maybe this is how moms are. No, they're not. I promise you, no normal mother should have this should be this fucking crazy. Could have gotten in a boo-boo. No, for real, bouncy ball. You're so right. You're so right. Okay, hold on. Let me read these edits because they seem more like clarifications to what we just read than updates, and there are actually updates to this, so we'll get into that. Edit 1, it felt strange to me to name my baby Nessa because I did not know my mother. I wanted to honor her still. Nissa was a name they considered for me before meeting me and making their decision. Oh, she's talking about her parents. I was like, who is they? I chose it because I thought it was beautiful and a great way to honor her. Edit 2, since so many people asked, I don't want anyone to be... Edit 2, so many people asked and I don't want people to be confused. My mom was Jewish. I've seen a lot of Jewish hate and was nervous about publicizing that. Her family converted to Judaism at some point, maybe, possibly, according to my father. And eventually, she became a Christian because that's what my father was when they married. Also, thank you to everyone who makes... Okay, wait. I finally had enough and my husband slept in the bed last night. Why? Like, we could just not. We could just not. Yeah, my husband's been taking mommy's side, but I've just had enough. So we're just gonna let him, we're gonna take all the punishment off of his side now. Like, come on. He told me he really liked the name, but his mom wasn't going to let it go. So I decided to have his mom and... So I decided to have his mom and co for dinner tomorrow night. Does that mean the stepdad? What is CO? What? We'll see how that goes. Mom and company? That's what it means? Mom and company? Wait, hold on. So, like, instead of settling this privately without an audience, you're gonna invite the whole fucking family over? And, oh my god. Listen, chat. OP is for sure just surrounded with the most awful people. But I'm not gonna lie. OP is just, like I'm almost, like... It feels like OP is rage baiting me. Like, it's like, hey, man, so we're doing all the wrong things. Getting married to a guy who you got pregnant with after a one-night stand. Keeping the baby and not a boo-booing it. Like... Like, letting your husband back in bed with you because you've finally had enough. And then now you're going to have a whole audience of family members there when you have this situation going on with not just your husband, but his fucking mommy. Like, I'm sorry, girl, do you want this situation to get worse? Like, are you trying to conjure up the worst possible ending for this story? Because, like, hey, listen, I'm here for the drama, but, like, you could look out for yourself, girl. Wouldn't she just get outnumbered? That's how I feel, bro. I feel like there's no way this plays out well for her. Also, it just makes it awkward, right? Yeah, man. I mean, shit, bro. Like, I want to be like, and this is me assuming a lot of things about OP. OP's 32. Obviously, when you start getting into your 30s, like having kids usually becomes a little bit more, I don't know if urgent's the right way to put it, but like, you know, that's more towards the upper age of like what people are traditionally used to having kids at. So like, and maybe she really wants kids. So I want to be respectful of like, maybe she saw this as her opportunity to have a kid. But like, even if that's the case, she could have not married the guy. They could have continued to date and figure out this relationship, even with a kid in the equation. Like, I just don't understand what the rush to have a shotgun wedding was about. I guess maybe OP's super Christian if her mom was Christian and her dad was Christian. But once again, maybe Christianity puts people in shitty situations because Sky Daddy must have people married. Even though they've done everything else against Sky Daddy's wishes. Premarital sex. She got pregnant before they were married. Like, there's no way bro's like, oh, because you got married. Like, didn't see that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, sorry. Oh, man. Fornication is okay, but you can't eliminate a clump of cells. No, for real. Isn't it a singular cell? I think I said a clump of cells one time and someone corrected me. I don't know. After 35 is geriatric pregnancy. Everything's good, just have to ask for forgiveness after. You're right, Cotton Girl, my bad. Some Christians think that immediately getting married absolves them of their sin. That's... Oh, man. Oh, brother. Oh, I think it's a clump because zygotes have fused together. I don't know, bro. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a YouTuber. Oh, that's insane. Chat, let's read some relevant comments. I'm curious. Where is this fucking going, bro? Okay. OP received majority, not the a-holes. No shocker there. We have some relevant comments. Commenter 1, if it's a slur or close to one, your husband should have flagged it well before now. Doesn't look like OP replied to any of the other questions that they had, so I'm not going to read them. OP replied to that saying, I told him it would mean a lot for me to name her Nissa, and he said he fell in love with the name too. Perhaps we should have just decided on one of the 3 names we had. Bro, why are you backtracking? This is where you double down. And this is where you tell your husband, hey, as my husband, you need to not give in to mommy. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about in the beginning of like, you need to suss out your partner's relationship with their parents before you guys get married. Because like, if you marry a guy who has a terrible relationship with his mom where he'll just always agree with his mom no matter what, you're kind of fucked. Like you're just fucked, dog. OOP responds to a comment about her mother-in-law having a point on the name spelling and forcing her husband to accept names that he might not be comfortable with. This is dumb to me. This isn't... Okay, hold on. Actually, wait. Let me read the comment here. OP, I just don't know anymore. I love the name, but I'm starting to feel like I forced him into something he didn't want. That's not true. If he didn't want it, he would have told you. He's never been the type to shut up and please, but considering I'd just given birth, maybe I'd been bitchy or pushy. Bro, don't do that shit. OP's doing that shit where she convinces herself, like, somehow I'm in the wrong. Which, by the way, red flag. Red flag. If your default is backtracking, apologizing, taking accountability for something, and not putting accountability on your partner, that probably means that there's something going on there in the relationship that is making you feel like that. Also, I'm sorry. Like, mother-in-law has a point about the name spelling. All right, then I need to get rid of any word ever that could be similar to any slur. All right, bag, unacceptable. One letter off of a slur. Flag, excuse me, an L between a slur, we must get rid of. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, that is such a brain dead reason to be like, you can't say that. It kind of sounds like a slur. Like, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, you're the most insufferable human being I've ever met in my entire life. Please leave. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, man. MAGA is just 2 letters off, for real. How dare you? Although, let's be honest, MAGA wouldn't have a problem with... MAGA would probably be like... we like our name because it does sound like a slur. No one automatically thinks this name is a slur unless you have some other issue going on. That's how I feel too, Emperor Chaos. Like, the only thing in my head is like, I think as a parent, you should do your due diligence of like, okay, if we name our kid this, is there like something here that we can proactively think of that other kids would bully them for? Like, that would be my concern, is like, hey, if we name our daughter Nissa, would that leave an opening for other people to bully our child by like comparing their name to a slur? Like, I think that's something to think about, but that's not what's going on here. Like, the mom is accusing OP of being racist just by naming her that, which is ridiculous. If the mom was like, hey, that's kind of close to the slur, don't you think the child's going to be bullied? I might entertain it. I still think it's stupid, but I might entertain it, right? Other than that, it's like, what are we talking about here? I'm surprised that's not the primary concern. Me too, Bouncy Ball. Commoner 3, why the hell didn't you just name your baby Nessa, for heaven's sake? Or I don't know, Nissi/Anissa? You're the a-hole. Telling a black woman she doesn't know a slur. You're the a-hole. Have some sympathy for your child instead of providing fodder for mockery during her entire childhood. You're the a-hole. Bro, who hurt this commenter? And why are they such a boner? Like, OP replied, Nissa is another Middle Eastern name. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure I've met people named Nissa. And when I met them, I wasn't like, haha, your name is close to a slur. I was just like, what up, Nissa? You're cool. Nice to meet you. I'm Sarby. Turn that into what kind of slur we turned Sarby into? Chat, I need y'all with slur privileges to turn my name into a slur. Ready, go. Sarbussy. That's not a slur. No more Nilla wafers. Oh my God, you're so right, Savannah. Anybody who enjoys Nilla wafers, you're racist. You only enjoy Nilla you only enjoy Nilla wafers because they're close to a slur. Sorry, we should just be a slur at this point. You know what? I don't disagree with that, actually. I don't disagree with that. Not Uwoobi. It's a great name. Nissa is another Middle Eastern name that's similar to my mom's name without copying it. I never got the chance to know her as a mom or person. I wanted to honor her, but it just didn't feel right to me to name her Nessa. Not to mention my name could have been Nissa, hence why I mentioned it to my husband. Also, can we just go back to the fact that the husband literally said to OP, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't want to name her that because you didn't even know your mom. Like, I'm sorry. That is fucking insane. That is insane. Hey, you can't name your child after your mom that you didn't know, who I'm guessing died before you even got the chance to know her because you didn't. Haha, loser. Shape of an L on her forehead type shit. Like, what are we talking about? That's crazy. Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm going to go with not the a-hole. Anybody who said you're the a-hole, you're an insufferable human being, and you deserve to have no friends. All right, let's go to the update. Okay, we just have an update, but hella relevant comments. I want to dive into this chat. I want to dive into it. What up, Althea? All right. Guys, if you're on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. We got 94 people watching, 60 likes. I know we can get those numbers up. All right, make sure to like up the stream. If you guys are on Twitch, make sure to follow no matter where you're at, though. Turn on the post notice so you can be notified whenever I go live. All right, here we go. Update April 26, 2026, 8 days later. A lot happened at dinner, and I've been really feeling down since then. I wanted to see if there'd be anything else to update you guys on as well, but so far it's quiet, at least for the past week. I did invite my mother-in-law and father-in-law over for dinner. It did not go well. Shocker! I hope it was just the mother-in-law and father-in-law, though. At least that's better than company. It was tense from the start. I tried to calmly explain why I chose my daughter's name and what it means to me. I also asked her directly why she felt so strongly about it and tried to understand where she was coming from. But she didn't really give me a clear answer. She kept spouting something about how I'd made her son into a bad father? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't know where this came from. And doubling down on some of the other stuff she already said. She even questioned my daughter's paternity again. Okay, so what's your fucking husband's reaction to this? Like, what are you talking about? At first, my husband was kind of agreeing with her, or at least not really pushing back, which made things worse. But then she said something really derogatory toward me, plus the bad parenting thing and paternity issue, and that's when things changed. My husband finally stepped in and told her she was out of line. I guess better late than never. After that, we asked them to leave early. They refused, and it turned into a huge fight. It escalated to the point where we had to call the cops. It somehow got even worse from there. She started yelling at the officers about how they should be dealing with me for terrorism. Police! She has a bomb! Yeah, a bomb name for her daughter. Oh my God, that's crazy. That. I think mother-in-law might be racist. You might be right, Bouncy Ball, honestly. She started yelling at the officers about how they should be dealing with me for terrorism, and she even assaulted one of them. They ended up taking her in, which led to a fight between me and John about how she wasn't going to take up any of her threats, even though he was the one who told me to call the cops, and he left. Bro, John is the most inconsistent motherfucker I have ever read about. Like, okay, first he's on your side, and then he's not, and then he is, and then he's not, and then he fucking says some crazy shit about your mother, and then he's on your side again. Like, what is bro doing? Pick a side. It's not that hard. What is John doing? He's making this harder by not just being like either at this point, dog, I don't care. Just be on your mom's side or be on your wife's side. Just pick one. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy shit. My father-in-law returned the next morning and offered to watch Nissa for me while I went and talked to John. He'd been nothing but neutral the entire time and had even been helping me the night before to get my mother-in-law out. Please do not leave your child with the husband of this crazy mother-in-law. Please tell me you're not going to do that. If I open my eyes and I don't read, I decided it was better to not give him my child. I'm going to lose my mind. Oh shit, even better. We ended up sitting down and talking, and he said he was going to divorce mother-in-law because she'd always been racially insensitive to his experiences and downright crazy to his adult children. And now there was no denying her ugliness with my situation, and he wished for me to tell John to suck it and divorce him too, or at least, I fuck with this guy. This guy's sick. Or to at least tell him to grow the fuck up and smell the fresh air. He would never grow up with my mother-in-law as involved as she was. Oh, sorry. He said John would never grow up with my mother-in-law as involved as she was. Y'all, my father-in-law told me until he and mother-in-law married, my husband slept in her bed? Time the what? Ew. Chat, this guy's older than OP. He's like 40 fucking years old. 40 male. I mean, I guess I don't know when him and mother-in-law got married, but oh my God. Oh my God, he was literally 29. Should have kept Redding. Redding? Chat, I don't want to look at chat. I don't need you guys to flame me right now. I'm flustered. This story's fucking crazy. I don't need to see it. I'm not looking at that negativity, bro. I'm not looking at that negativity. I'm not looking at chat. I know y'all talking shit. I'm not looking at it. I'm not looking at it. He was literally 29. He told me a lot more disturbing things I don't want to repeat. Ugh. Bro, when you marry, like, I'm so sorry, bro. I walk in, bro, I think I just met the love of my life. I walk in and I learned that her and her 29-year-old son sleep in the same bed. I'm out. I don't give a fuck, bro. She could be doing 720 no scopes on that shit. All right? And I'm out. I'm out. That is insane. Why the hell are you staying for that? That is crazy. Oh no. I ended up telling my father-in-law I wasn't prepared to talk to my husband. He said a lot of ugly things the night before, and I asked father-in-law to tell John he could pick up some clothes, but he'd have to stay with them or find a motel. The last I heard, father-in-law went to stay at the hotel. Mother-in-law was bailed out by John, and John and mother-in-law have been staying at their house. I've never felt so alone. The only thing I'm sure about is my baby girl's name, Nissa Rose, and probably my last name. Bro, whoever recommended this story just wanted to hurt me. Who was that? The Bean one? Thank you. Like, thank you for this story. You broke me, and I said reading instead of reading. Like, that was such an L chat. I feel like a third grader who's learning how to read for the first time. Oh, man. Oh my God. What, like, who are these people? Sorry, they included some relevant comment. I'm just getting rage baited by this. It's a downvoted commenter. They started off with, mother-in-law may not have said it in a kind of... Mother-in-law may have not said it in the kindest way, but she was right. Your child is going to be horribly teased in school with that name. I have to wonder why is giving your child a name that will humiliate them the hill you want to die on? Opie said it wasn't even, but she never gave me a legitimate reason for not liking it, just going in circles. If she is bullied, that'll be something I'll handle. But that's not even the reason she didn't like it. I just don't think it's that pretty. I mean, bro, I think if she gets bullied for it, you have more of a reason to, like, okay, if you have a name for your child and it's like a super duper weird name or something like that kids bully them for, like, I feel like that's something where you're like, okay, we need to avoid that. You know, like, don't give them like a fucking, I don't know. Like, don't give them a weird name that kids can bully them. That being said, Nissa, like, if kids are bullying her by, like, calling her the slur, we have a bigger issue on our hands, right? Like, this is an African-American kid anyways, right? So, like, if that's the jump that they're making, they're doing a racism. And, like, honestly, if a kid is gonna jump to that, or stoop, not jump, if that kid's gonna stoop to that level, he would probably stoop to that level, or she. The kid would stoop to that level without the child's name being similar to a slur. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Like, I don't think it's that insane. You know? Oh, shit. We got 2 little raids. Strawberry Skates, thank you for the raid. Voice of the Lich, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. A little back-to-back. Thank you. Someone said that it sounds like your husband and his mother might have had some kind of weird sexual relationship. Opie said, I don't want to think about it. Opie said, I don't want to think it's that bad. Okay. Yeah, and then just a bunch of other commenters telling her she needs to leave, get a lawyer. Wow. What a fucking shit show. All right, chat. I thank you, the Bean one, for recommending this one. I think this just really further hammers it in for me that, like, you just can't rush marriage. You really can't. There's just no reason in my head to rush a marriage unless, like, maybe the world's gonna end and you want to die with your partner being your husband and or wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just really don't think we needed to get married. You sussed out nothing. You got pregnant with this guy and they got married to him. Like, I would recommend anybody, just from reading the story, if y'all are in the same situation, just wait. I'm not saying don't be with them. I'm not even saying don't have the kid. Me personally, I wouldn't have had the kid. But, like, if you want to have the kid, all power to you. That's your choice. But that being said, don't get married to them. You don't have to. Contrary to popular belief, you can have a kid out of wedlock. And OP would be in a much better situation if that wasn't the case. Like, now there's going to be a whole ass custody battle over this kid. Well, actually, just kidding. I think there would actually be a custody battle regardless. I bought a house with my boyfriend before we got married. No, that's smart. I actually stand on that. I would just sign, like you guys just have to lay out what would happen if you guys broke up. You know? But I actually think that's really smart. Like, I'll probably get a house with my girlfriend before we get married. I think that's smarter. I mean, to be honest, y'all, like, if my girlfriend is okay with just getting eloped one day, like, we're just gonna spend all of our fucking well, we're going to spend like 10% of our wedding money on a sick vacation for ourselves. And then the other 90% on a down payment on a nice house. Oh, damn, Raya's back. What up, Raya? What's the point of marriage anyway, honestly, except maybe taxes? No, for real. Even then, like, the taxes can't be that good, you know? Married in Vegas by an Elvis impersonator. Honestly, that's the way to do it. The tax benefits aren't that great, to be honest. Okay, wait. Someone said that, and then Cottonmouth Queen said they are that good. Which one is? It probably depends on where you live, huh? What even are the tax benefits? I actually don't know this off the top of my head, chat. What are the tax benefits of being married? I'm going to put US, guys. Oh, we have a Reddit post. Hold on, chat. Perfect. The major benefit of marriage is income averaging. The tax on one $200,000 income is much higher than the tax on two $100,000 incomes. But the tax on a couple making $200,000 is the same as on two singles making $100,000, regardless of who earns it. If you make the same amount individually, there will be no difference once married. Oh. Okay. Wait. How is that, like, doesn't that even out? Sorry, I don't know tax stuff well enough to know. Should I call my tax guy? No, actually, I think my tax guy, it's the weekend. I shouldn't do that. That would be mean. That would be mean. The other benefit is practical. Once you're married, you're likely to own many things jointly, and separating your income can become extremely difficult. So it's much simpler to file a single joint return. The major drawbacks are rare, but include if someone currently itemizes, it will be much harder to itemize because the SALT cap does not double. I have no idea what the fuck that means. If both spouses make more than about $350,000, the effective brackets actually shrink, and your total tax will increase. This is called the marriage penalty, and it was substantially reduced in 2018, since it now only accelerates the 37% bracket over 35%. Okay, now we're getting into the minutia. If someone already has a child, the taxation for being married is generally higher than for one person as single and one person as head of household claiming tax benefits for children. This is because the intent of HOH and the benefit structure is to provide support for single parents, and the tax code is falling behind a society where people increasingly eschew marriage. Eschew? What the fuck does eschew mean? Marriage despite living in monogamous relationships. Okay, so it sounds like it kind of depends. But like low key, sometimes it's not that helpful. You know? Oh, SALT is state and local taxes. Okay, I'm not going to go back to that post. My uncle is a CPA. My parents were divorced but owned property together. He would literally do their taxes like 3 different ways to see how the most money could be made. I mean, yeah, that's what a CPA is. That's what my guy does. He gives me lots of good recommendations. Your boy opened up a SEP IRA this year. Could I fully explain to you what a SEP IRA is? No. Did it allow for me to keep the government from taking more of my money? Yes. Yes, it did. Oh. It's only helpful specifically because of how the state has built the system around marriage. Chat, listen, I don't think we have all the time because I want to keep reading. I don't think I have all the time in the world to hop into this. I low-key have this theory that, like, religion... Whoa. Oh, Siri, stop. Siri, stop. That was so weird. So I have my iPad. I don't know if you guys could see that, but it like glowed. I have my little like boop, 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 boop. It glowed because I think it thought I said, hey, you know, the S word. But I have this theory that like religion was really just created to like control the masses. And I think marriage plays a part in that. Like, if we weren't expected to marry people and be monogamous, I actually do kind of believe that things would get a lot messier because of the human condition. You know what I'm saying? It also further perpetuates the patriarchy because in a marriage, traditionally, the woman is supposed to be subservient to the man. Which I want to clarify, I do not fuck with that. And that's why I'm bringing up, like, I genuinely think religion was made and implemented to control the masses. And then marriage was also put in there so that men could be on top. And also, I do think, like, if people were just running around, like, fucking with each other all the time and not like, ooh, I need to get married to one person, like, it would kind of create strife because of humans naturally being jealous and shit. Soldiers were fodder and couldn't serve if married. Wouldn't you just not want to get married? Damn it, I don't have to go to war and die. Fuck. There's archaeological evidence of men and women both hunting in prehistory. Yeah, dude. Dude, okay, so you guys can't laugh at me, and we have to get back to the stories, but in RuneScape, there's a weapon, there's an atlatl, and I thought it was just some shit they made up, but then this video came up on my YouTube feed about, like, the history of the atlatl. It's like, and honestly, he showed you how to make one, and I was like, bro, I could fucking make this. Why am I getting overexposed? I was like, I could make something like this, like, so fucking easy. It's like this, like, long stick that you, like, connect to another long, sharp stick, and, like, with the leverage behind it, you can fucking, like, fling this fucking arrow shit, like, really fucking fast. And it was just, like, a history about it, and it was like, honestly, the best hunters, like, that we've found were usually women. I was like, yeah, that does not surprise me. Like, some dumb man was, like, the men were probably running in with spears, like, I fucking got it, and then just got murked. Whereas the women were like, I'm gonna hang back and fucking whip this atlatl at this bitch, you know? OSR is mentioned. Bro, I love RuneScape. Last night, I'm not gonna lie, chat, last night I kind of had a lazy day. I was gonna try to stream at night, and then I got, like, kind of just, like, it started getting later, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to stream. But I finished Desert Treasure 1 last night, so I have the freezy magics. I have the... Sorry, you're only gonna get that if you're a RuneScape player. You watching the All-Stars? Not really. I'm not into it like that. It's kind of like a slingshot. Yeah, but it's cooler. It's even cooler, bro. Dude, the Mormon pushing marriage is crazy. That shit is wild. Not axolotl, atlatl. ATLATL. Catholic lore goes hard on occasion, not gonna lie. That's true. The Catholic lore be crazy sometimes, chat. Fuck, we're already 2 hours in. Chat, we gotta lock back in. I want to read a couple more stories, okay? All right. Okay. Chat, if you guys are on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. We got 93 people watching, 65 likes. Bro, I know we can get that shit up way higher. All right? We could get that shit to 80, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. If you guys aren't following, make sure to do so. All right? No matter where you're at, turn on the post notice so you can be notified whenever I go live. Okay. This is a personal story submission, specifically looking for advice from Marie 505. Nope, 5005. I, 14 female, need advice on how to handle my 41 male father. Oh no. I hope this one doesn't turn out like the one we read a couple streams ago, where it's kind of like, bro, you might have to just lock in. My parents had me unplanned after 2 months of dating. Oh, God, what a rough start. When my mom was 21 and my dad was 26. My mom had no support system, so she just married him. Big mistake. He has really bad anger issues, and they would always argue constantly. They had my brother and got married, and their relationship didn't get better. It got worse. Right before they separated, I was in 3rd grade, and I remember my mom would come into my room and sleep in my bed at night. When she thought I was asleep, even though I wasn't, I would hear her cry. Oh, shit. When she thought I was asleep, even though I wasn't, I would hear her cry herself to sleep every night. Eventually, they got separated, and my mom, brother, and I moved states. My brother and I would go visit my dad for every other holiday and go on trips with him over the summer. I was still really young and didn't understand how terrible of a person he truly was until he moved to our state. My dad ended up moving to our state when I was in 7th grade, and it has ruined my life. Living with him truly just showed me what a terrible person he truly is and why my mom divorced him. He is racist, homophobic, sexist, Republican, and bad with money. Oh my God. Bro is checking every box on the bad person list. Like, oh my God. He literally hit every wrong mark he could. A few things he has done throughout the 3-ish years he has lived here are say untrue things about my mom to me and my brother, saying she cheated even though she didn't, etc. Make inappropriate comments towards women's bodies, told one of his girlfriends she was too fat and needed to lose weight, make hateful comments towards people of the LGBTQIA plus community, yell at me in a public place because he found out my crush was black, says the N-word and calls people the N-word, hates on everyone who isn't a white man, voted for Trump, makes fun of me for being pale and calls me Pumpkinhead, and says my head is really big. I mean, don't get me wrong, all this shit is bad, but this is just like outwardly bad person. Like, this is just your dad's a fucking bad father. Like, oh my God, bro, lift your kids up, not pull them down, you fucking idiot. I have a whole list somewhere that I currently can't find. I'd also like to mention that he finds roommates off Facebook Marketplace. Oh, no. Doesn't do background checks or anything, just goes off the fact that he's good at reading people. One roommate was weird as hell and one day disappeared and left all of his stuff, and my dad wouldn't tell me what happened to him, but he was a creepy guy, so I had assumed something not so great. I also don't have a lock on my door, and my room is right next to the room that all of our roommates have had. Another thing, my 12-year-old brother doesn't have his own room or bed. He just shares with my dad. Anyways, I cry every time I think about having to stay at his house, and I truly don't know what to do. I asked my mom to file for full custody of me, but apparently even if she did, I'd have to go to his house 1 day a week anyway. I mean, that's definitely better than nothing. Or excuse me, sorry, I should say that's better than not doing anything. 1 day a week is better than multiple days a week. Damn, which could make my situation worse? Chat, why is that? Just because he's mad that he doesn't get more time with his kids? My mom also can't currently afford a lawyer, so I'm currently stuck and I don't know what to do. I'm just so sick of having to deal with him, but I'm too scared to stand up for myself. I also don't know if it's the right move to stand up for yourself. Because, like, that's the hard part, right, chat? Like, if you're a kid who lives underneath your parents' roof, and especially if your parent has already proven that they're not a safe person to be around, calling them out on not being a safe person isn't going to help the situation. It's going to make it worse. Like, there's no world where you go to this guy and you're like, hey, man, living with you sucks. You're putting me in danger and you're a bad person. And bro goes, yeah, dude, you're right. My bad. I'll change that. So that's the hard part. I think your best bet is keep pressing your mom. But it is hard when she can't afford a lawyer who can help her get that full custody. I also don't think I'm savvy enough to know what you mean by make my situation worse, unless you just mean that, like, he's going to react to you not wanting to hang out with him. Yeah, bouncy ball. I fear this is another lock-in one. Unfortunately, I do think, like, I want to acknowledge, like, I wish there was a better answer for children like this who, like, the answer shouldn't be lock in and try to graduate early. But, like, that's unfortunately all we can really come to, you know, is like, this is not a safe person. Your best bet is just getting out from under their thumb as fast as possible. And, like, maybe that's something you talk about with your mom. It sounds like your mom's relatively supportive of, like, hey, listen, if you can't get me out of this unsafe situation, then I need to lock in and get myself out of this unsafe situation, and I need your help to do that. And that would just be like if I were you, I would be trying to stay out of this house. Like, when you're with your dad, schedule all the activities that you can. After school clubs, extra classes, sports, anything that you can to make it so that you don't spend any time with your dad. You know? Also, shit, bro, I would, like, I don't know if you have any source of getting money or if you have, like, an Amazon account that you can order from. I would get one of those door stoppers. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're like I recommend any woman living alone to get one of these. What are they called? Like door jammer lock or whatever. Not that. Where is it? It's like, oh, it's one of these. Door security. One of these bad boys. Hold on, how do I get one of these? I think this is what you should do, low-key. Like, if your dad's not going to provide a lock for you and there's strangers living in his house. Chad, do you know, because I saw a couple of you guys recommending to go to CPS, but I just genuinely don't know if you're like, hey, CPS, my dad lets a lot of random people that I deem sketchy live with us, and it makes me feel unsafe. Will CPS actually do anything about that? I have a door brace and they're awesome. Yeah, that's what I would recommend, man. Oh my God, Judas Love. I had a friend in a similar situation once. Her and her mom staged her as a runaway and sent her to her aunt in a different state. The cops didn't care enough to really figure out what was going on, but her dad was like physically abusive and the courts wouldn't do anything. I mean, I hope the dad hasn't gotten to that point yet, but honestly, and listen, this is just me not thinking the best of the dad. I would have someone check in on that 12-year-old, bro. I just think, like, that's so weird. Like, no 12-year-old. I don't know, man. It's definitely worth getting on the record with CPS. Ooh, Strawberry, you might be cooking, actually. Get on their radar of like, hey, this guy is terribly unsafe. Chat, is there an argument for CPS? Like, if you don't have enough rooms for your kids, well, I don't know. Maybe it would, maybe not. I don't even know, bro. This is such a sketchy situation. Yeah, why aren't the kids sharing a room? That's kind of how I feel. Like, I would share a room with my sisters before I shared a room with fucking my dad. Yeah, bro. Hold on. Guys, there are a couple comments on this. Let me see if they're actually... Oh. 50-50 custody with the mom. Okay, someone mentioning that, like, maybe the courts will consider the child's wishes, but OP says that the courts don't seem to care. Typical. Okay, what did this comment say? This is the most upvoted. I have a couple ideas, but I'm from England, so you have to excuse me for not knowing the law specifically in your country. I think you need to communicate all this to a trusted adult. If your mom can't help, do you have another adult family member that you can trust, or maybe an adult at school? Schools are legally bound to safeguard you from abuse. Yeah, it's just more if, like, the things that are supposed to enforce it are going to do anything, or if they'd even deem this as abuse, right? Like, I mean, you guys were saying it in chat. Like, CPS has come from, like, reports of family members doing some awful, awful shit and just walked away from it. The situation isn't safe with your dad's roommates, and it could count as a form of neglect if he isn't making changes to keep you safe. I also want to ask what your brother feels when he's there. Do you go together? Could you perhaps both talk to someone? My brother likes going to his house and gets treated nicer because he's a boy, so he doesn't want to leave. I'm asking my mom when she gets the money to talk to a lawyer and I can give a judge my statement or something. Okay, I mean, I guess that's good. Probably means nothing weird, or at least we hope, is happening with the brother. Although that kid's probably being fucking groomed to being an awful piece of shit just like the dad is, so that's not good. Yeah, man, don't get me wrong, I still think you should really press your mom, because like I said, I mean, I understand and I empathize with your mom's bad situation. At the end of the day, though, it is her responsibility to do whatever is necessary to help her kid feel safe, you know? So, like, I mean, I don't know her life like that, but if her child is coming to her and being like, I need you to do something about me not having to go over to my dad's, like, I do think that should be on the mom to help solve that. So, like, I don't know if you should give up on that front, but at the same time, like, I'm a big advocate, no matter who you are, what situation you're in, you can't rely on other people to come save you. And unfortunately, as a kid, like, I do think it's what we were talking about before, where it's like maybe the best thing for you to do here, because, like, no matter what, you're going to have to live with your family, or excuse me, no matter what, you're going to have to live with your parents, unless you do have, like, an aunt or grandparents or, like, some family members that you can go live with instead, and that your parents, like, approve. Other than that, I think the best move is, like, figure out how to get out there early, you know? Which is a terrible thing to have to tell a kid, but, like, truly, if your mom's not doing anything, if your dad's a bad person, and you're getting put in dangerous situations, being there, how old are you, 14? Being there for 4 years is much more dangerous than you being there for 2 or 3 more years, you know? And, like, that sucks that that's the only advice that we can really give here, unless your mom is willing to take action. Yeah, that's true. Dad might even be okay with OP leaving his care. I feel like there's a way for the mom to go up to the dad and come up with, like, to me, if I'm the mom, I'm coming up with an elaborate lie to tell the dad, because it sounds like the dad favors the 12-year-old anyways. I feel like there's a play here where you can be like, hey, so daughter has been having more of this activity, which makes more sense for me to take her to or to like supervise. And like your son, who is probably the favorite, let's be honest, your son is living in the same room with you. Would you be down to let me have OP full time and we'll just do like lunches, dinners, whatever. And then your 12-year-old son can have a room in that house, you know? I think there might be some sort of play there. I don't know if that is, you know, I don't really know. Like, as someone without kids, like I can't, you know, look at this at all from all angles, but I think that's your best bet. I don't think emancipation would work, Flower Bite. I mean, once again, Kitten Mins, I don't think if you call CPS and you're like, hey, this guy favors one kid over the other, like, I don't think CPS is going to take that seriously. You know? I just really don't. That's crazy, by the way, that like he just moved to the same state and then got custody of the kids too. Like, that's so ass. They stop enforcing custody at 16. If she gets an old, cheap car and a job, and the courts can't stop her from driving back to her mom's house. Those are some great comms, actually, Death Pants. Wait. That actually might be the move. Hold on. Okay, wait. I don't know what. I think there is an argument if OP, like, I don't know if OP could legally get a job. Like, what is the rule, chat? Can you get a job? Like, I want to say I had like a job when I was 14, but it was just like, you know, like something kind of informal, whatever. Like, if you can legally get a job or start an activity that's closer to your mom's house, I think there is an argument that your mom could play, which is like, hey, it's inconvenient for you to have to drive back and forth. You know, if OP just stayed with me full time, your son gets his own room. Like, I feel like there's a way to pitch it where it's a win-win-win for everyone. You know what I'm saying? "14-year-olds can babysit." Oh my God, Resilient Sage. Like, good comms. I think that's the best move. And that also solves a little bit of a problem for OP. Like, it sounds like if OP had some money, they would be able to like put themselves ahead in some way, shape, or form, right? Like, if I'm OP, or excuse me, if I'm giving advice to OP in person, I'm like, hey, as soon as you can get a job, start earning some money and start becoming financially literate on like how, because it doesn't sound like, you know, the mom and dad are going to give her a leg up going to college. Maybe she gets good grades, maybe she doesn't. Like, I think there's probably a lot of planning here that a 14-year-old shouldn't have to do, but like, unfortunately, it sounds like your parents put you in a very bad situation, and that's just what you might have to do. In some states, you might be able to get a job at 14, but you may need written parental permission. I mean, you could just get permission from one of the parents, right? It doesn't need to be both. Yeah, I think McDonald's hires people at 14. Yeah, I think that's the move. I think either way, you might get extra money for a lawyer. I think if it's right next to your mom's house, there is an argument for like, especially if your dad like has to drive you there multiple times, like, hey, instead of driving your daughter here and inconveniencing your life, like, let the daughter stay here. I think that's a move. I think that's probably the move there. Wild, bro. Damn, bro. Just some evil parents out here, man. Holy shit. Awooga. Oh, yeah, she needs to stash the money at the mom's. No, for real. I mean, that's a given. That is a given. Open up a bank account only through your mom. Only your mom can access it. Put all the money in there. Oh, yeah, she gets a job now. She can start saving for a car. Good point, Ginger. God, bro, that just sucks. Like, that is not anything a 14-year-old should have to worry about. Ugh, just some stupid fucking parents out there, man. Just some stupid fucking parents, bro. Okay, chat. Sorry to end this stream on a downer. Although a lot of these stories kind of were downers. I want to read one more. Chat, I want to hit one more story here before the end of stream. I got to hop off hopefully in 20 minutes. I got to get a run in. And then I do kind of want to lock in and finish up I might do that in the morning, low key. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't finished up the video for tomorrow, but I might just wake up early and finish it. That might be a lot faster and make more sense. That might make more sense. But before that happens, chat, let me finish this up. Wait, really quick. Chaos Reigns, I forgot to thank you for the gifted subs. Bouncy Ball, I know you said thank you because you have good manners. But whoever got the community sub, make sure to say thank you. All right, chat? Good manners and good manners only. If you guys are on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. Thank you guys for 70 likes. I know we could get that shit up. We got 87 people in here watching. Would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. All right, chat, here we go. Submitted by Nana is always bored. Stepdaughter almost drowned in my pool and her mom and others are blaming me. Am I the a-hole? Originally posted to r/am I the a-hole, but this is a best of Redditor updates post, so we do have some updates here. Originally posted June 8th, 2025. Another fresh one. Holy shit. Saturday night, I came back home around 6 p.m. and my husband called me saying that he was supposed to pick up his daughter, 5, from her mom's, and that he's stuck at work, so her mom would drop her off at our place. Oh, okay. I said, okay, and I was watching TV and expected them to arrive soon. Around 8 p.m., my dog started barking and jumping at the window, and when I went to see what's going on, I noticed the pool water was wavy. I went outside and saw the little girl in the water, and she was unconscious. I pulled her out, and she wasn't breathing. I called the ambulance while trying to revive her. I called the ambulance while trying to revive her. The ambulance arrived within 10 minutes, and I genuinely thought she drowned, but thankfully they managed to save her. She is completely okay now. The thing is, I had no idea that her mom had already dropped her off. She didn't knock or anything, so she probably just left her in front of the house. Holy fucking negligence? Her mom also came when she found out and she was trying to blame me, telling me I tried to murder her daughter. I already told my husband that they didn't knock or enter the house and I had no idea the girl was even there. Everything became even more messy. Basically, the woman kept on yelling at me, telling me how she's going to fight me and things like how she's going to hold me underwater so I see how that feels. First of all, if it wasn't for my dog barking at the window, I would have no idea the girl was in the pool and she would have drowned because I had no fucking idea that the moron dropped her off in front of the house without even knocking or anything. I said this and she spit at me. The police ended up holding her back, and then my husband came back too, and it was just so shitty. I mean, that's assault. The police should be doing way more than just holding her back. After this, I got calls from her parents, and they also tried to threaten me on the phone, but I just shut them down. A couple other people who said... A couple other people who she had told her version of this called me, and yeah, they said the same thing. I know, or at least feel like it's not my fault, but at this point I want to clarify more. I forgot to say that I do have a fence around the house. Oh, I'm guessing this is an edit. Okay, so edit, I know, or at least feel like it's not my fault, but at this point I want to clarify more. I forgot to say that I do have a fence around the house in the backyard, and it's usually locked. But that day it wasn't, which I know is my fault. Also, I said this is my house. This was the first time the girl was here, so I have no idea why would her mom just drop her off in front of a house she's never been to. And no idea why did... and I have no idea why the girl went to... Okay. And I have no idea why the girl went for the pool when she couldn't have seen it from the street. Like, I don't know, why did she go to the backyard? I'm not blaming her, I'm just explaining. Also, my country doesn't have a law for fence directly around the pool. There's usually a cover, but I wanted the water to get warmer. I don't live here, but I'm currently renovating. Am I the a-hole as no consensus bot? OOP received mixed reactions. What? Yeah, you guys are saying it in chat. I need cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Is it probably irresponsible to leave the fence open to your backyard to a pool that doesn't have a fence around it? I guess there's like slightly an argument to that, but like what? Are you just supposed to operate at all points in time that there's going to be a 6-year-old irresponsibly dropped off at the front of the house, not taken care of by a parent to make sure that they get into the house, and like, you know, just expect that at all times you're at the risk of a 6-year-old falling into your pool and drowning? Like, no, I think that's really stupid. I think, and this is why I'm such an advocate for some sort of camera at the front of your house. I'm hoping and praying OP has some sort of camera that caught all this. Like, caught the mother dropping her child off and not like walking the child to the door. Like, knock, even just if you do drop the child off, like, wait till they're in the house to drive off. Like, bro, I've done less, or like, bro, I've done more for my friends. When I drop a friend off at their house, I wait till they walk in their house before I drive off. This is your fucking spawn. This is your cum souvenir, bro. Do you want it to die? Dropping it off in the front yard is insane. Yeah, you guys are saying it. It's totally on the mom. Oh, the mom should be thanking OP for fucking saving the kid. And the mom should be getting charged for assault. Maybe honk. I mean, even honking is disrespectful. Yeah, you're right, Mbem. The mom should be charged with neglect for leaving the kid on the porch, right? That's how I feel. Like, she already admitted she left the kid unattended in the front of a yard. Like, the kid could have wandered in the street and got hit by a car. Like, insane. I'm curious too. What is the husband saying? We did not hear anything about the husband. This husband better be backing you the fuck up, bro. Oh, we actually did get, so a couple relevant comments here, chat. This one, a commenter said, not the a-hole, you don't. Commenter asked whether the husband is backing him up. Sorry. Commenter asked if the husband is backing OP up. OP said he is. Okay, thank God. Isn't it mandatory to have a pool fence in OP's area? Technically, in my country, there's no laws that says you have to have a fence around the pool. I mean, bro, I grew up in Arizona, and Arizona doesn't have any laws like that, and there are hella pools. Bro, this is insane. This is insane that people are actually finding a way to back up the mother. This commenter said, a 5-year-old lives at your house, but can access the pool if they're dropped off in front of the house. OP said, she doesn't live here. Another commenter said, so if y'all don't live there, how would the mother, whom you've called a moron, know there's a pool in the back? Like, bro, what are you fucking talking about? Like, if the mother had just walked the kid up to the door, knocked on the door, made sure their whole ass fucking child, who, if you have a kid, your only goal should be to make sure child survive. Like, that is the most optimal way to make sure child survive. You make sure it gets into the house where it's supposed to be dropped off. If you just drop it off in the front of the yard at, what was it, 5 years old? 5 years fucking old? Like, you are actually, like, you shouldn't have kids. You're a brain dead human being, and I stand on that. If you're in the comments defending this woman, you are also brain dead. If you're trying to justify what this mother did, I actually don't think you should be having kids. I think you should be sterilized. OP replied to that saying she doesn't have to know there's a pool. The same way that girl went in the backyard, she could have wandered away from the house and ended up somewhere else. Gotten hit by a car in the street, like I said. The mom knew about the pool, though. Like, not only are you fucking annoying and stupid for trying to defend her, but what you said is irrelevant. Oh my God. Downvoted commenter. Why is your stepchild being dropped off at your house without her mother, aka the woman, talking to you to let you know they were coming or that they were there? Weird. Not your fault, but I still think that the lack of communication is weird. You keep referring to her as the girl, like you're detached from the idea that she's actually your stepdaughter and a part of your family. You're also so blasé about the fence thing, despite knowing she's 5, and drowning is one of the most common deaths for children. I'm getting weird, possibly fake vibes from this post. Everyone sucks here except for the girl. This is such a, like, I can't believe people like this are actually existing and, like, have the ability to vote like you and I do, bro. Like, you, holy fucking Trump supporter logic. Like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever read. Just like the dumbest shit. OP said, I don't know why her mother didn't wait for her to enter. I started referring to her as the girl because it's shorter to write. She doesn't live here, and this pool has been here for more than 20 years. It's perfectly legal. I never thought anything of it. OP lives in Germany. Holy fucking bad commenters. Like, I'm sorry, bro. If you read this post and you're like, yeah, OP was clearly in the wrong, you should not ever give any of your opinions ever for the rest of your life, and I stand on that. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I think the only note that I have is like, hey, probably the right move to now get a fence, you know? Like, especially too, it doesn't sound like the kid comes here often, but like, I would definitely say if you are having kids at your house pretty frequently and you have a pool without a fence on it, you should probably just do your due diligence and get a fence around that pool. Me personally. Other than that, and that's like we don't even know how much this daughter comes over. You know? It doesn't sound like she lives there. It doesn't sound like she spends a lot of time there. It was like she just had to be dropped off there for one reason or another. Kitten Mittens, the yard has a fence. So like the entrance to the backyard, there was a fence, but there's not a fence around the pool. That's different. If you have a kid, you should have a fence around your pool that is like safeguarded from kids being able to open it themselves. Me personally. She said that was the first time the kid ever went over. That's also important too, Marley. That's crazy. I can't believe some people sided with that bitch. What the hell? Chat, we do have an update on this. I kind of want to rock it. Let's see it. This is pretty easy, not the a-hole. Update comes June 9th, 2025, the next day. I won't fully go into details, but my husband talked to his daughter. I still haven't spoken to her or seen her since, and he asked her what happened. So they arrived at the back of the house and not actually to the front because they thought that was the front, which is fine. Still, the mom did just drop her off and drove away, thinking she's going to knock on the door and come inside. Okay, first off, what the fuck is the layout of this house? Second, that's even worse. The mother knew the pool was there, probably could see the pool, and still went, I'm just going to let my kid fucking 5-year-old, she knows what she's doing. Surely that kid will not die and find their way inside of the house. I've done my due diligence as a parent. Come on, bro. Come on. Thankfully, the neighbor's camera actually caught one side of the car, and it very obviously shows that the car stopped for not more than 30 seconds. And since it caught the driver's side, it's visible that the driver, the mom, didn't exit the car and drove away. So the girl said that she was going to knock on the door, but she saw a frog in the grass by the pool and wanted to pick it up and bring it inside. Gate for the backyard was open, and she went inside. Frog was running away from her and fell in the pool. She tried to reach for the frog and it fell inside. She tried to reach for the frog and fell inside the pool. Even though what happened was horrible, thankfully she is okay now and it didn't cause any serious damage. I already said in my previous post that the gate was unlocked, but even worse, she walked in through the other side, which was completely open. Thankfully, Wait, so it doesn't even matter that the gate was unlocked because the fence doesn't completely encompass your entire backyard? Then that doesn't even matter. I'm sorry. I'm getting caught up on minutia. Like, even if you had locked the gate, why is the gate there? There's an opening. Like, who the fuck are you keeping out? Thankfully, the pool wasn't covered because if she stepped on the cover, it would have literally trapped her inside. I feel really bad for what happened, knowing that part of leaving the gate open was my fault, but at least the worst outcome didn't happen. I won't share any more about anything related to the situation with the mom and the police. I mean, the police should be charging the mom for negligence, right? I mean, that's crazy, bro. Like, you just have to not care about your child enough to literally drop it off and make sure that it doesn't get to its location safely. Like, listen, that's why when y'all are coming in here like, oh yeah, kids are smart, kids will figure it out. Like, I just don't really believe in that when they're that young. It's like, listen, they might be smart, they might be able to figure it out. But like, I think operating under the assumption that kids are just dumb little idiot babies that need to be led to safety, led in certain ways, is just better all around, because like, even if you're wrong, it's still the safer thing to do. And I think this is one of the examples where it's like, it sounds like the kid might have been smart enough to like walk up to the door and knock on it themselves, but like, why take that risk? It's literally so ungodly pointless to like take that risk when you could just be like, all right, let me hold your hand, knock on the door. Okay, you're in the house. Hey, maybe since I see this pool, let me give a reminder that the kid shouldn't be anywhere near the pool. Like, I don't know. Crazy, man. Okay, we do have a couple of relevant comments here. I'm not going to read that part, but OP does clarify the mom doesn't really interact with me. If I text her something about her daughter, she just leaves me on scene and answers through my husband. I guess she didn't want to see me or whatever, but I don't really understand how she can willingly leave her kid with someone she doesn't even want to interact with. I mean, that's just such an unhealthy relationship. Like, y'all have a daughter and you can't even like text back the woman who is married to the father of this child. Like, I don't know. I understand bad blood, but it's like, bro, you guys have a kid together. You got to figure out a way to get over it. Okay, this comment's not really important to read. Oh, God. It concerns me that people like this can procreate, man. It's just like... Oh, I just hope some sort of legal action is being taken. Because that is just all the mother-in-law... Or excuse me, that is just all the mother's fault. Not even her fault, but then when it times to take accountability for your shitty actions, you blame it on somebody else whose fault it clearly wasn't. Yeah, bro, absolutely not. I don't know if I'd be a hover mother, but I'd be anxious as fuck. No, I don't blame you, Resilient Sage. I think I'd have to fight helicopter parent tendencies while also remembering like over-parenting your kid, I think is better than under-parenting your kid. Fuck, chat. None of my friends are streaming. Okay, wait, let me see if anybody... Dude, it's so much streamer university shit. I don't want to throw that on you guys. I should art. I just want to chill. Should we encourage this person to art? What do we think, chat? This person's title is I should art, but I just want to chill. Should we tell them to art? I think that'd be fun. Little random raid telling them to art. I was going to raid the kibbies, but I think this is better. Yeah, let's do it. Chat, listen, when you get into their stream, you got to tell them like, you gotta do art. You gotta do some art, bro. All right, chat. We'll do it again tomorrow. Hopefully I can go live a little bit earlier tomorrow, but I do have some editing to do. I'm planning on getting up early and getting the editing done. But yeah, guys, super fun to hang out. Thanks for tuning in to stream. Make sure to like up the stream before you leave on YouTube. If you guys are on the Twitch, make sure to follow no matter where you're at. Turn on the post notice so you can be notified whenever I go live. All right, guys. Tell them I sent you. Have a good one. Bye. Go, 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 go. Go! Go!